was like a white dude that was playing the Nazi.
Well,
He definitely did it. Played
yeah,
the Nazi.
yeah. So yeah, he's looking like a comedian right now, but it's like halfway. So I just see it's like. You guys are tuned into Lyrical Fix. This is episode 35.
35. Woo! Oh man. With your
Yeah.
host Kid Pro.
And Sade.
The fuck is good, nigga? Started the recording with some disrespect towards my name.
I mean,
How
it
dare
wasn't
you?
disrespect. It's just complete honesty. It wasn't
Now you
disrespectful.
calling me out. You gotta be more active.
First off, you asked. You're the one. It wasn't even about you. I was talking about somebody else. You're like, oh, I feel like I should be more active. Yeah, you should.
Fair enough. So that's why you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you.
Okay. Well, you just like, yeah, I see it, nigga. You're not doing shit.
Yeah, because I understand. That's I didn't push you because I understand like how you have a crazy ass house right now, and then I figured because when I first had mentioned like, oh, let me drop the mic off or whatever, I thought maybe this will get him to be more active and not go crazy. Because I
Well,
feel
it
like
has.
you are exactly you are better active if you're when you're not active. I can't describe it. When you're not active, you like internalize everything.
I internalized. See, that's
Mm-hmm.
why I like you.
That's what
That's
I'm
why I
here
fuck
for.
with you.
That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
here for.
So that other than that, it's been okay. I've been feeling a lot better about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's been good. I've been getting more used to shit. I was feeling like complete shit last week. I was feeling like, I hate the
Yeah.
world. I hate everybody. I hate social media.
Yeah, your
Then
attitude's a
after a
little better.
while,
Mm-hmm.
my attitude is better. And then after a while, it's just like, oh man, I was complaining about the wrong shit. It's pointless. Like, is it even gonna bother me 5 weeks from now, 5 months?
No.
It's not gonna matter. So I was just sweating the small stuff as I always do, as Virgos tend to do from time to time.
Yeah.
And I moved on from it. So I'm feeling better this week. And yeah, I'm gonna start dropping some stuff. I had to move some stuff around literally in the house to make it happen. But it's coming soon, I guess.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because you got me feeling like I ain't shit out here in these streets.
What do you mean we'll see? No, it's just
Nah,
those are
all it takes is your bestie making you feel like, nah, you ain't working hard enough, nigga.
I mean,
So now I gotta come.
I've been on my bullshit too. So part of that was I mean, I'm not lashing out. I was just being real with you. But part of that
Nah, I appreciate it.
I do
I
need to
love
be
it.
more active too. I feel like I am and I'm not. Well, this past
Nah,
week I haven't
you
been
are.
active, but no, this past week no, not I have not been. To a
But what?
certain extent, actually.
Nah, you've been doing you. You've been working.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I just what is it called? I always feel like it's never enough. That's why.
Right.
So that's why when I noticed your like change of behavior, I figured I was like, nah, I'm gonna let him rock. He'll get out of it because I tend to do the same shit too. So I
Yeah.
figured I'm like, he'll figure it out. He'll get it. Because I didn't want to be hard on you about it, especially, circumstances and things like that. And like for me, the beginning of the quarantine and like as soon as I got laid off, it was like, oh well, furloughed. Man, they'll take my ass back. But um that like the first couple days were a little rough. Like the first week was like the rest of that week was fine, and then the week after, that's when I had like the whole creative brain fart, overworked myself. So then I just
Yeah. I
felt
remember
like I
that.
wasn't doing enough. Yeah,
I remember
but I
that.
feel like I'm always not doing enough. My friend Chris thinks it's a problem. Should
Me
probably work
too.
on that.
Me
Huh?
too. I always feel like there's more I could do, even when I'm
Mm-hmm.
working my hardest, even when I'm pushing and when I'm doing the whole rollout thing.
Yeah.
I always feel like no, there's always more you could do. There's always another freestyle you could drop. There's always another beat you could rock over. You know.
Yeah.
So here with this whole quarantine thing, like I've been working on me. Like I've been chilling. I've been reading. I've been
Mm-hmm.
working out. I've been writing, but I haven't really put put out something to be like, all right, let me just rock over this beat just cause.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, I've been posting older stuff,
Yeah. But I
just
don't
to
think that's
stay.
bad though, because at least you're
That's not a bad
putting,
thing.
yeah, you could still, I mean, old material shouldn't just be non-existent once it's outside its like period of promotion. You could still
Oh yeah.
promote. Yeah.
And it's doing its job because there's people hitting me up. These are videos that are less than a year old, and there's people hitting me up that like just saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, on the feed, I'm like, all right, that's the power of the IG stories. It's
Yeah,
so
of
much shit.
course.
People's like, oh, yo, like, Pro is nice. People like starting to forget, or they just thought I was, and they didn't hear the rest of this shit. Like, oh, Pro's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
like
mean, it could also be that there's just new like audience
that's too.
because
That's
because
too.
the time that think about the time that you put it was, I know you did one of the verses, I just forgot what episode, but you, it was from like season 2 though, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like you put that out, think about when you originally put it out and were promoting it, completely different audience compared
yeah.
to
Oh
now.
yeah,
Well, not completely different, I'm off, but you have at least like a few new members. So
yeah, yeah. The fan base has grown since then.
uh-huh.
So you're right. You're right. I'm loving that wine in the mason jar, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, it's like hitting.
You know
I'm
what?
not
One of the,
what
go ahead.
happened?
Go ahead.
I don't know. Say what you're gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna get into something different. I mean, well, kind of, but with that whole thing about me seeing that, it's kind of what brought up the thing I talked to you about the other day that was pissing me off. I
Go,
was
go
like,
ahead. Get to
we
the
can go right
shit.
into it. Look, it's just, and I don't mean any shade for anybody. I don't even know if it's gonna be taken in shade. It's just a lot of those bars that I write, like I really take my time, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of to like the point where I'm obsessive and a perfectionist in making sure these bars and punchlines and metaphors are somewhat witty, are not just
Yeah.
some basic shit. Like I try to write lines that people will come back to me and say, "Yo, that line you said about this so and so, that's
Mm-hmm.
dope." And like, I try to bring back that feeling of like 10 years ago when we would talk to our friends like, yo, I remember he said this line, and we would recite punchlines. Because nowadays niggas do not have any type of bars that could be recited. It's just like, oh, yo, I heard you say that. That was pretty dope. But niggas come up to me like, yo, that bar about the Parenthood line, that bar about
Mm-hmm.
sharks in the water, like niggas will know my shit. Like that's, I go that extra mile to remember that shit. Like other
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't do that. So when I get grouped online with certain people saying you this and you that, and then you group me the same with some other nigga that's not as good as me, you just
Mm-hmm.
use the same fucking word. That to me sometimes irks me. That
Yeah.
irks the fuck out of me. Don't call me a goat because you recognize the skill and the craftsmanship and the time I'm putting into the shit. But then call your man's over here who just started rapping 2 years ago the same shit, talking about goat level. Nah, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I got 15 plus years invested in this shit. I give a fuck about this shit. Homie here just
Yeah.
learned how to do this shit because he saw that
Mm-hmm.
you could make some type of money on it if he makes the same type of mumble rap record. Don't do that
Yeah.
with me. I can't stand that.
It's
It's getting to me.
not about, the only thing I'll say about that, the only my only retort is it's not about time. Because we know, me and you know people who just started this within past
Ah,
4 or 5
fair enough.
fucking years.
Fair
So
enough.
I
Fair
think
enough.
it's just the skill level. And then to mesh people, and I not, and this is not a retort, this is like an agreement with you. The the meshing of people that are completely different and using the same adjectives bewilders me. Bewilders me.
Yeah, it's
I
just
like
like
you just don't
we
get
run
it.
out of shit to say to people. We run out of shit to tell people. Oh,
Yeah.
you a legend. You a goat. Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Uh,
You
we,
can't,
we,
I
can't-
mean,
we
you
can't we can't keep
yeah.
giving these labels to these niggas around here like that. They ain't putting no fucking work. Cause I haven't put in the work either. You tell me that shit, I'm very humbled by it. But
Hmm.
I do not think I'm the greatest of all time. I know
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do better than what I did yesterday. That's
Hmm.
all I can do. I'm not here to
Yeah.
be put in a top 10 list or top 5, or you think I can compete with Jay-Z or whoever the fuck you think it is, or whoever's big from Jersey. I'm not here for that. I appreciate it
Yeah.
if you think so, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to just make the best that I can do. That's what I
Yeah.
have to compete with myself. I'm not here to compete with anybody else because at that point it just gets boring and I become too invested in that idea when I'm really just trying to make the best music that Kid Pro can make. I can't worry
Yeah.
about the best music that Jay's making or Ye or whoever is on top. I can't
Hmm.
worry about that. That's
Well,
out.
I mean,
If I obsess
we
over it, I'll
know,
lose my shit.
Yeah, like we know people overuse, what is it called? Not overuse. Let me say misuse
Butchered.
of like legends,
Yeah.
goats, shit like that, because that's very, I think that's where
Epic.
people, yeah, I think that's where people slip up. So when they're in the industry, they switch. Sorry, I just got a message. When they're in the industry, they slip up and show their cards like, I'm in the industry, but I'm really just a casual fan. Because for you to usually use goat and things like that, you're not a, it's not appropriated correctly. Like you're using it to somebody who barely has albums, or like that legend goat should really go for the people who have classics. And if you've only been doing this for 2 years or however much time, you can't, that's the only thing you can't have is classics. When it comes to
I,
time, you can't have a classic in 2 years, because classic, the whole point is longevity. There's no longevity in 2 years. What?
no, there isn't.
Like,
And this,
makes no fucking
and
sense to
I
me.
mean, I'm guilty of it too, man. And I'm trying to call myself on it as well. Whenever I try to do it, like I'm refraining from like giving motherfuckers too much praise that I don't really know like that.
True.
Like I gotta check myself at the door with that shit. Like if I
Yeah.
like something, I like it, and that's it. If it's really fucking amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and, and I'm not just saying it because I know you and we're friends. Like if it's really
Mm-hmm.
amazing, I'm gonna just say that. Like yo, that
Oh
was
yeah.
shit was really amazing. I fuck with it a lot. If I just like it, then I like it. It's a hot track.
Yeah.
It's dope.
I don't. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with praising. And I feel like
It's an
certain people,
overpraise, I guess.
yeah, certain people listening to this will be like, but what's wrong with praising? It's nothing to do with praise. It's just the overuse of it and the misuse of legend and goat and stuff like that. You can't necessarily, then you've revealed that you're just a casual fan. For casual
Yeah,
fans to use that, it's okay. But if you're gonna establish yourself as somebody who, oh, I do this, I live hip hop or I live music, and you show your cards, it's like, okay, then, especially when you have a platform, you can't be
yeah.
really taken serious then, or you're not by other platforms, that's for sure. So
I used to really get mad at casual fans that would like shout out the artists, like
mhm.
when artists go on the reposting tip, like they put out something new and they repost everybody's thing. So it's just when you go through the
as
stories, it's the same thing. Just
as
the only thing different is people. What's up?
as casual fan or
When
as,
yeah, yeah, when an artist friends who are casual fans
oh,
and they don't make music, they're just fans, they're friends, they know this guy, be like, yo, my man's just put up a new track, Flames, Fire, this is some of the best shit ever. And you hear it, and when you're a real music head and you hear it and it's not that
it's not.
great, you just be like, all right, this is just your friends, they supporting you. Or your friend's just a casual music fan, and that shit to them is hot because it's like, yo, this guy is a regular dude who made something out of nothing. I gotta give him credit. I can't do that myself, so that's gotta be
That's how
dope.
you, that's usually the take on casual fans,
That's
yeah.
usually that's the take on casual fan. I used to get so mad at that because I was like, yo, and I'd be mad at people who I don't even know them and they don't know me, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
mad at the fact that they told their mans who I know is trash and they just gave him a 5-star rating. Like, yo, this is Wayne level shit. I'm like, nigga, you gotta be out your goddamn mind.
um
That used to bother me a lot.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
I'm like,
it's casual fan, so
it's
you
casual
can't
fan.
really,
Exactly. That
yeah.
was before I even like interpreted it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
It's
takes, when, like, now that I'm like diving more deep into the industry, it's taken it, like, you start to realize shit, and especially from my stance. But as far as like casual fan, I've noticed that a long time ago when I would try to, like, I would mostly like be the quiet one. I was cool with everybody, but I was just, chilling in the back. But if you mentioned music to me and if I couldn't carry a conversation with you, then I'd be like, okay, casual fan. Like, I didn't have a word for it
yeah,
back then, like in high school and shit, even middle school, but I'm like, oh, this is where we're ending. Okay. No, you don't know
yeah.
Tribe. Okay. You'd be like, all right. Like, we're
And
just
don't
gonna
get
talk
us
about
wrong.
Wayne. That's cool with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with a casual fan at all. Like
No, no, no,
everybody's
no.
a casual fan of something.
It's just certain things you can't carry a conversation about, and that's perfectly fine. I mean,
Yeah,
I like, I'm also in the restaurant business. There's certain things I really can't carry a conversation about with other people who aren't in it. So then, all right, it's things like that. Like, if you don't know about it, then you don't know about it. There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with
I
that.
would be a, I'd be a casual fan of the restaurant business. So we wouldn't be able to have a deep conversation about the
Well,
restaurant business.
you have to eat and drink, and sometimes you like going out. So yeah, that works.
Okay. All right.
We could
Then
go off
that.
that.
Okay. Then we can go off that. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, that to me, like it's like if you can't, like that's just an example though. But there's nothing wrong with casual fans. I mean, I think we need them. We need casual fans, but at the same time, it get while it gets frustrating, at the same time, we need them. So what are we
Yeah.
gonna
I mean, that's just shit that used to piss me off, man. Like I said, I'm getting over the shit, but that was
do?
really grinding my gears for a quick second, man. It's
I was
just
about to
like
say a lot of shit grinds your gears.
a lot of shit does, but I'm learning to get through it. Like there's a positive change going on, Sade. Give me a fucking break.
I
Okay?
I didn't say, well,
You are
okay. I
so
noticed.
judgmental. Oh my god,
Yeah, you're right. I am.
get over yourself.
I know. I know. I have
I
to. Oh man.
mean, I was gonna go off like when I hit you 2 days ago about this. I was like, I'm really gonna go off. Like this is.
Hmm.
I was gonna yell and scream, but like I've calmed down so much. Like fuck it. I just want to
Yeah.
make my fucking music, write my fucking bars, spit my shit,
Yeah.
and live my life. That's it.
Well, yeah, because that's and like I was telling you when we had this conversation that you know not everybody's gonna be like you. Not everybody's gonna be like us when it comes to certain things. So whenever I've had a conversation with somebody or like they'll ask me for advice and like I just don't understand, like you're blunt, I'm blunt, why like I just don't understand how people can't face truths and blah blah blah. Like I've like for example, then it always comes down to not everybody's like us. And I've had recent conversations with what is it called, I have a new venting buddy this past week, shout out
Hmm.
to her, and we were talking about it and that whole thing came back up where not everybody's like us, and it was in reference to like the no bullshit and the worth ethic and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And it's true because okay, well, let me backtrack. So my week to sum up, I further confirmed that I hate people who play victim. That's one.
Right.
uh I got my venting buddy and I started a Marvel marathon, but I'm actually gonna save that because this fucking Marvel marathon, bruh, is pissing me off. The way
What's
I
pissing you
just
off about it?
no,
Wait, did you go in order?
I'm going in order because I'm also doing so the we're guys, sorry that you guys are listening, but if you're a listener, then you know that we go off topic sometimes. So the Marvel shit. So I'm doing the Avengers timeline with my friend that's out in Virginia.
Hmm.
um we're like, okay, hit play, like we're texting our reactions as we're watching and shit. So that I'm doing with her, and then but she's actually working. So for me, like I'm like, damn, like I want to keep, now that once you start Marvel, it's like, all right, no, I want more action. I don't want to watch like just some regular bullshit. So then
Hmm.
off to the side, because I always saw myself as more of like an X-Men, well, X-Men, sorry, X-Men fan than Avengers, even though
Okay.
they do cross paths. So I've been doing like a whole X-Men marathon too. So it's like just Marvel in general this past week. It's the X-Men shit that's pissing me off. But we will get to that for our Marvel episode. Because
All
next
right.
week
Because
we
I would
won't
say
have guests.
those X-Men
Huh?
movies, a lot of them weren't great.
Oh, it's not even that they weren't great. It's just the timeline,
Timeline's
like,
all fucked up. I don't
oh,
fuck with it. It's
oh,
all whack. It's all whack. It's all
oh.
whack.
It's
All
just
right, we're
like,
almost at.
I can't.
No,
We'll
we'll,
save it though. I'm
we'll
trying.
get
Wait,
into it.
we'll get into it.
We'll get
But
into it. We're almost
before
at the 6 o'clock hour.
I know, yeah, we gotta go. So I was gonna say, but for the other shit, people playing the victim, I just, and that's it. It goes with that not everybody's like us or like you or like me or things like that.
Mm.
It's just, yo, fuck you guys. I can't, like, I know several, and it's not that I don't like them or hate them. I do love some of them because I'm related to some or like friends with some, and I wish the best for all of them, whether I talk to them or not. But that has to be. the worst personality trait ever. Like
Yeah.
for people that were like just being, I feel, I don't know if you can change it because I don't know anybody who's loved playing the victim and then changed their world completely and they don't do it anymore. But like those are the kind of people who want all the sympathy in the world and but none of the help to get out of their situation. So
None.
it's every time I come across one, it's fucking frustrating. And I think it's probably one of the best examples of being your worst enemy. And it's
Agreed.
almost like I've had my fair share of experiences with addicts. I know a thing or two about them, and I think that they're right next to addicts. So
Mhm.
I can't. It's damn near like another what was I gonna say, like another form of addiction. And I've wasted time trying to understand them, and that's why I always go back to we're just not the same. I rather just do it like that. But I made a note. I was thinking about this. I wrote it down. I've settled on a mix of narcissism, addiction to sympathy and pity, with a splash of masochist. I think
Jesus.
that like sums up playing the victim. If I'm wrong, let me
Okay.
know. But add some
Nah.
manipulation on that one. Add a float
Yeah.
on top.
And some manipulation on that one.
A little
Uh
floater on top.
yeah, man. Just making excuses,
Yeah.
playing the victim. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
fam,
yeah, man. I mean, I've had a couple situations where I've been that quickly took myself out of it,
oh,
where it's been
oh,
seen, and people do the passive aggressive shit.
yeah. Because
It is
I
what it is.
get it. I get like it's not that. Sometimes you are the victim, right?
Hmm.
Or like sometimes you are the victim of a situation, and like I myself the same way. Like I'd be like, damn, I feel like I'm. Let me not. Like I feel like I'm playing the victim. I'd rather just move on and ignore it, whatever, things like that. But it's just funny the people that harp on it and just trying to understand why they do what they do. But then it
Right.
comes to, we're not the same. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand people who call everybody goat. We're not the same, but let me just move on from it.
I can't. I
Just
can't be calling. I can't be calling a regular nigga goat. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen.
I can't. Yeah.
If I
I
can't. If
also
I can't remember your fucking bars, I'm not calling you goat. Fuck out of here.
no, fuck out of here. I've
Because the
also
shit's too fast.
oh,
Sorry. Let me stop. I keep. I keep going.
I know. Ah, I'm just
The
like
way niggas are rapping today, you can't recite a fucking punchline. You just can't. You can't.
no. Well, I mean that no, okay. I was trying to like make an excuse. Like not everybody needs a punchline, but you need something that stands out.
But you remember those days, like 10 years ago, we could sit down and talk about, Cameron lyrics. We could talk about Jay-Z lyrics. We could talk about Biggie lyrics from the 90s. We could talk about Wayne lyrics when you could hear what they were saying on the beat and it gave you enough time to recite it. Nowadays, niggas are going too fast. Da 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 da. Da 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 da
Yeah.
da. Like this. Da 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 like that. They're not that memorable. They're not that great.
No, I think that's where it gets twisted up.
It's just a whole new. It's a whole new style now, but it's nothing
Yeah.
that you fucking find yourself talking about. Like,
No. Like
I mean, I
talk.
just
Okay. Wait. What are you gonna say? Go.
nah, just the times when you'd want to rewind and hit that rewind button and hear that line again. Those days are done. Those days do not exist anymore. At least with the new shit. There's still lyricists, there's still rappers doing this. There's still
Yeah.
boom bap.
There's still some people. I think because the past month I've only listened to hip hop and rap because I have to in that sense. But
Yeah,
I've been mainly in my R&B shit for so long that I can't name anything right now, and I don't listen to a lot of new shit regardless. I'm one of those that like, oh, that's good, but I mean, I'll add it to a playlist so I can visit, but I like listening to new music
yeah,
weeks ahead, months ahead. I rather leave it alone. Like Saint does that shit. Like I rather just let it settle. Because we have the podcast, we have to try to keep up. But now, we're doing
right.
guests. Next week, we'll get into all new music and shit. For that reason, I do have to keep up. In the magazine, I have to keep up, shit like that. But if like before that, like I was just like, no, I'm gonna let it sit. My thing was minimum 2 weeks, then I'll listen. Like, let me let it
Yeah.
settle. Let me let it sit. I mean, the music's not gonna change, but I just think, I don't know. I'm not new music. I, I'm at a loss. Somebody who has to review shit that they don't like. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that too. No, I've been doing that too.
Yeah,
Because part of the podcast is me reviewing and me checking out other people's music. You know, making the
yeah,
effort to go find other artists, especially in Jersey,
hmm,
that are rapping, singing, doing poetry. And
yeah,
I'll be honest with you, a lot of it isn't good. A lot of it isn't good, but at the same time, this shit is all subjective. So these people's friends and
yeah.
shit keep telling them that they're dope. Just like there's certain people that probably don't like my shit. Probably certain people that don't like the way you do write ups. Like it's all
Hmm.
subjective at the end of the fucking
Yeah,
day. Like,
because you
but
can't satisfy everybody. You can't.
you can't satisfy. I'm not, and I
Just
know
like
that
those
now.
X-Men movies, you can't satisfy everybody, which is I just can't.
You can't
How does
keep going
Wolverine
back to that
become
Marvel shit.
Wolverine two different fucking ways? Okay, let me stop. Just, God,
You know, if I
just so.
man, the way my hair was looking last night, I look just like Wolverine.
I was getting that
The-
long.
it's that long, straight Logan style. I'm here like this,
Oh shit.
and the hairline is no longer a straight line. It's like it's kind of like an arch.
Ugh. Oh yeah.
Ah!
Ugh.
Yeah, but the top is all good, thank God,
Oh
and
shit, that
the
is
beard
amazing.
is nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
As
doing
long as
all
you
right.
rock a hat,
I'm doing
you're
all right.
fine.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
frustrated last week. Um, so I broke a nail and had to take them all off. I was just like, I can't. So apparently I have a stalker. Yeah. I have a stalker and I'm just like, all right, let me take out my frustration and took all my nails off. And I feel
Oh,
like a little boy
stalkers.
now. Oh, this sucks. Okay. But just I mean
Oh,
we'll get to our rants next week when it's just me and you.
we'll-
But
yeah, we'll give everything.
save
Can I
that for
give
next time.
another quick rant? Very, very quick rant.
Go.
So it is Wednesday that we're recording. No, excuse me, Thursday we're recording this. Last
Mm-hmm.
night, Beyonce dropped her remix to Meg Thee Stallion Savage. Did you hear it?
Parts of it.
You heard parts of it. Okay,
Yeah, I heard
I
parts
heard
of
the whole
it
thing.
this week. I mean, this
I
morning.
heard
Yeah.
the okay. I heard the whole thing multiple times with dance videos behind it. Let me just say, she
Mm-hmm.
sounds incredible. And I know we were saying that before about tossing, throwing that word around too much, but no, that shit was incredible. I was feeling it. It was
It's
very well
Beyonce.
produced. Whoever the fuck wrote that shit for, or wherever she did, flowed perfectly on it. Just like with the whole Drake thing. If someone is writing Drake's lyrics, nigga, you need
Mm-hmm.
Drake to make that shit sound dope because the way that she elaborates it, the enthusiasm, the cadence, the tone, delivery,
Yeah.
all that shit is top notch. Top
Mm-hmm.
notch. I have
Oh
not heard a
man.
punchline about that. If you can't jump in your jeans, you can't feel my pain. Just hearing that is dope as fuck from a woman because I've seen women do that and I know how much of a
That's just
problem
a
it is for
struggle.
them. It's a struggle, so I get it, but it's like that's a shout out to the girls, the thick girls. And if you can't do that, you don't feel my pain. So word up, that was dope. I appreciate that. That was great. I
As
I
somebody
fuck with
like
that heavy.
Beyonce to me for the longest, I love her. I do. I do feel like she's a little overrated. I'm probably gonna get killed for that, but she does make good music. I just think overall, like especially in the beginning, I'm like, well, damn, like okay, you guys need to calm down just a little.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like the hype was just way too much, and I've always been a Beyonce fan.
Like when she
But
first came out,
what was it?
or what are we talking about here?
Oh, the hype of her, like
Yeah,
the
you saying like
whole.
what? Like you saying that
No,
when she
it's I just feel
like
I don't
she's overhyped now, or
no, not
when she first
overhyped
started?
in the middle some point. Yeah,
Okay.
like somewhere in the middle where I just felt like okay, like you guys, she's a human being. Like it was a little too extreme. I felt like,
Oh, because they're
and
giving
I
her
was
like
think
godlike status,
yeah, like I mean
beehive and shit.
I kind of do that for rappers though,
Yeah, you do.
but yeah, I
Everybody got a
do.
rapper they fucking put on a pedestal.
Yeah, but I
You
just
know,
feel like as like my R&B side, I'm like no, she's up there, but I don't know. I don't know.
maybe it's
Just like
because
way
she's
too
too new.
overrated. Huh?
Because she's too new. She's too current.
Maybe that's what it is.
Like if she
Cuz I've
retired
never really
today,
been huh?
If she retired today, you'd probably feel different.
Yeah. Because
And she
when
could, and she'd be
when I did,
straight.
yeah, when I did feel this, it was kind of like in the middle when I'm like, okay, no, like I don't, I like I'm a fan of her, but I'm not listening to her every day, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I felt like she was still not new, but like, okay, you're calling her all this and that, and yeah, she's a great performer, but it was just a little too much. I just feel like, okay, she's overrated. Like,
Mhm.
just like calm down a bit, let her shit like breathe on its own, let her live on her own, kind of thing. And then now, like, she does have classic albums, or
Yeah.
yeah, she has classic albums. Yeah, I
She
would
has
say that.
classics. She has,
Yeah.
that's undeniable. That's
So
undeniable.
like, so now I feel like, okay, all that hype from before is okay now, but before it was just like, okay, no, you're it's too much. It was just too much. But
Yeah.
that was when, yeah, that was when like fucking in the same sense, like, well, Chris Brown was like, girls were fucking going crazy. I remember, how was it? I was in middle school gym class. I forgot what grade, and somebody had mentioned like, oh, did you see that new Chris Brown video? Whatever. I don't want to. Forgot what song it was. Was it Run? I forgot which one it was. And I was just like,
Excuse me,
yeah,
miss. Are we talking about the first Chris Brown song?
yeah. But
Oh,
it
Run
wasn't
It.
excuse. It wasn't. I think it was Run It. I don't think it was Excuse Me, Miss.
Yeah. No, Run It was the
Yeah,
first one with Joel Santana.
it was Run It though. It wasn't Excuse Me, Miss. It was Run It. And somebody I mentioned, I was like, yeah, with Jewels, because I was a huge Dipset fan growing up. So I was like, yeah, with
Mm.
Jewels, blah blah blah. Like I always thought Chris Brown was like cute. He had a nice voice, but as far as like, I was just like, wasn't really that into him. So I had
Yeah.
said that. I was like, yeah, with Joel Santana, blah blah blah. What was it? I had said like one little thing about Chris. I forgot what the fuck it was. I was just like, oh, I forgot what the hell it was. And this girl damn near attacked me. That's my man. Oh, okay.
She got real
Okay.
possessive real quick.
Yeah, she fucking came at
Yeah.
me. Like, I was just like,
Hey man, the
you're like,
fandom is real.
yeah, actually, was this middle school? This could have been high school. I forgot what grade I was in. But I just felt like, bro, he's not looking to you. He doesn't even
That's
know
my
who you
man.
are. That's yeah. I look. I'm like, you know, he doesn't know who you are, right? Yes, he
Like
does. Da, da, da.
they
Like
quick to
I've been
call
to
you
his.
bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's my man. Don't fucking
I'm
talk
like,
about Chris like that, bitch.
and I was like, oh, okay. So Joel Santana, blah blah blah. I was like, what the fuck was that? Oh man, that shit was
Oh,
funny when she came at me. Actually, it wasn't. It was funny. Like I laughed at her, and then she got mad. Like she got even
okay, more
worse.
mad.
Fuck are you laughing
You
at?
you you have that effect on people.
No, you. Oh,
You have that
I get
effect on
people
people.
mad,
No,
or
that you antagonize them when they get mad at you and they get more mad.
yeah,
It's
I
I
kind
got
of
the
feed
same
off of
same.
it.
I do. I know.
I kind of
Somehow
feed off
it's
of it.
it's sickening. I do it too. It's sickening.
Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, so we have a guest coming in soon.
Alabama.
And I've yeah, Bama boy. I do like and you know, for anybody who's like tuning in and you know recently and not like catching from the beginning or at some point like that, we because of quarantine, there's stuff going on, but not too much stuff. And we figured, shit, if people are home bored, we might as well just call them in, blah blah blah, do a quick chop up conversation type thing. They can plug themselves, things like that. Um, and then soon enough, you know, every now we'll start this alternating with no guests, so that way we can really talk about ourselves, talk about new music because we kind of lacked on it. Um,
You know
what?
what? I like what you just said.
What?
They call the segment the chop up.
The chop up? Oh, okay.
Chop up.
Ooh, the episode, the chop up.
Well, I just in general, just every time
Well, in
us calling
general.
these motherfuckers
So,
during
well,
quarantine.
yeah, the chop up.
Chopping it
So,
up. Hey, we just want
I,
to chop it up.
I've been saying it 1,000 times to literally everybody. Like, oh yeah, we're just chopping it up. Like it's not a full
We're just
interview.
building. We're just
Yeah,
building.
just building. That's it.
Building. Call us.
All right. So, our next guest in the chop up is. Oh, we
Hey,
already
there
got
he
you.
is. There we go. There
What
we
up,
go,
Bama
baby.
boy?
I made it. Mama, I made it.
Alabama. That's right.
What's
Yo,
up,
Lyrical
man?
Fix Podcast. We are honored. We are humbled. We are blessed. We are happy to have with us. I ain't seen this dude in months, man.
Ah,
You
All the
see
way
me
from
forever.
scruffed out,
Alabama. We all gruffing. We all scruffing, bro. You see me out
yeah,
here? I got the logo. If I take off my hat, I got the
I ain't got
logo.
no nails.
bro.
I'm struggling over here.
Bad.
Got no
But
facial
yo,
hair, but I got no nails.
You got no nail. You
we
chew them. You pull them off.
I had to. They were looking crazy. I just can't.
I feel
Go
bad,
ahead.
man. I ain't got like my wine glass. I'm supposed to be sipping or something. Like,
You want some?
oh man, I'm sorry to hear
Oh
that,
well,
man.
actually, I need a refill soon enough. But
That's
how
okay.
you been, babe?
Yeah, well, look, we didn't even introduce you properly, man.
Oh
We got
shit! Yeah, go go
Steven
go.
Darnell in the building. Steven Darnell, can I get some applause, please? Where's the applause button, Sade?
Oh shit! Hold on.
That is
There you go.
welcome to the chopper, my man, my
What's
man.
up, bro? I'm
How
in
you
Bro,
here.
been,
it's
Ben?
let me tell you, man. I've been meeting a lot of MCs these past couple
Yo.
of years, and we've been just talking about this before about like I don't
Hmm.
try to I don't try to give too much praise. I don't try to overpraise motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But you, sir, since meeting you, I have not met a harder working, more dedicated, more person with passion to this
Yo.
craft than you, sir. I'm not just
I
saying that because
appreciate
you're here. I honestly do mean it because every time I see you, you are working.
it. Hmm.
You do things that not a lot of other artists are doing right now. We're gonna get into that soon. That's one
Hmm.
of the things I notice and I admire the most about you. But just your energy at all times, your demeanor.
Hmm.
I see you as a very stoic individual. I appreciate that a lot about you, and it's just no
Appreciate it, bro.
nonsense from you. I don't know if it's because of your
Hmm.
upbringing in the South, but
Yo.
it's just something about you. It's just very respectful, very humble, but at the same time, you're a fucking monster on that mic, man. And I fucking
Appreciate it,
appreciate the
man.
hell out of that.
Thank you,
So
man. That's a compliment
yeah,
coming from
man,
you,
I
bro.
love you.
Definitely, bro.
Thank you, man.
That's
So
definitely a compliment, bro.
absolutely, man. So let's get right into it. How have you been handling yourself during the quarantine, man? How's everything been going for you?
Man, sure. I would say, it's been a definite emotional roller coaster, but I'll say that
Mm,
it's definitely been a roller coaster. Some days I'm like, all right, let's get it. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? I'm optimistic, and then some days I'm like, man, I need to be doing something. Like, I feel bad. This not clicking. This not clicking for me. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting back
Mm,
and I try to like I'm an overthinker, man. Like
mm.
and so being in this quarantine thing, definitely puts me in a position to be like just thinking too much, man. Like I need to be out and moving, and you know what I'm saying. So it's
Now,
definitely
you
been,
strictly you staying inside, or you go outside for walks or anything?
man. I like hit the park, man. I really been on this kick. Like I would say, um, I never been the one to be like to say like the whole workout thing is just like my identity. You know what I'm saying? Being on camera, like working out, but it's something I always do like just in private. So like just taking care of my body and trying to stay in shape and I that's type of stuff I do off camera. You know what I mean? Because I feel like those two things like go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Just being like kind of physically fit as an artist, uh, and just as much as the creative side, I try to take care of my body, man, so I can rock out at the highest level. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah.
definitely, man, go hit the track, go hit the stairs, man. Just trying to stay in shape, just trying to get in better shape, just better conditions. So that right there definitely help. Just help my mindset. Just help me get out and just kind of get a breather, man, get some fresh air. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in and out too much, not too much, but of course, go to the grocery store and it's just crazy times, man. This is crazy times wearing these masks and standing in line to get in the
it was
grocery store and stuff
terrifying.
like that. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
It's
man.
a
Like we've
weird
been saying,
time.
it's the new normal.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm fearful of. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be normal, like, you know what I'm saying? But I understand things changing in the world and, just gotta learn how to adapt and, you know, get better. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
man.
That's for sure.
And it's the states that we're in. You know, New York, New Jersey, like we the most infected.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, exactly. Being up here is big, man. It's like, you know, it's a lot of people. It's definitely it's a larger population.
hey, I got
They had
cameo by the kid. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Lyrical Fix, buddy. How you doing?
Go back in your room. You
Oh,
found me,
man.
man. I was trying to hide.
You
That's what
found
Pro
you?
does. Pro be
Yeah,
trying to hide too.
I gotta hide. Right now. I got a baby crying in the other room. I get it.
Yo,
I
bro.
get
So
it.
you get it, like, you know, being a parent, and you know what I'm saying. It's just all it's definitely a lot, man. It's a lot to
Yeah,
take,
man.
bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah. I be trying to tell people like it's tough. Like, and I'm not trying to make excuses for myself, but
Yo,
it's like I have not gotten any time to work on music the way I want to because
right.
I gotta work over the kids.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
bro. Yeah, definitely, man. You know, it's definitely like one of those things as an artist where you got to figure out, like, that balance, how that time to,
Yeah.
go in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I try to do. I try to set goals. I don't always like keep them, like, you know what I mean, as far as just like, all right, like I always challenge myself. I heard Ninth Wonder say something and I could relate to. Ninth Wonder, he does this thing. It was like 30 by Thursday, where he makes 30 beats by Thursday. Always, will try to write a freestyle every day, like to some instrumental. Like I just pick any instrumental, any beat. That's why you see like me putting out all these freestyles over different beats and stuff all the time. Cause I just be having that stuff. I like just try to challenge myself to, every day, some instrumental. Sometimes I get to 2, sometimes I get to 3. I try not to overdo it because I don't want to just, just be rapping. But I try to do that, and then a song a week. I just focus on that one song for the week and put my all into that song. So, and then I try to pick a certain time throughout the day to just tackle that, and then I do my other stuff around that. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah,
So
your work ethic is insane.
that's what we're saying. Is that now with all that writing, that's how the Epiphany series came out? How that came to be?
That's exactly how the Epiphany series started. Well, I say the Epiphany. I had a manager, my former manager. You know what I'm saying? He from Harlem, man. So New York cats be like, yo, son, you gotta get on that. You gotta get on that one beat, man. You gotta get on this, man. Everybody will always do me like that. I never hopped on the instrumentals, but so many people would hit me up all the time. Bro, you gotta rap on that one beat, bro. Bro, you gotta rap on that Roddy Ricch, bro. I'm like, all right, I get to it. And I never get to it because I ain't want to waste my bars from my original. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
oh my God.
You be at work. You be like,
Talking
that's
about
hard.
yeah, man.
So now,
I'm about to give y'all my best shit on DJ Mustard's beat.
Bro, and I have. I be looking at it, I be like, y'all I definitely give some of my best bars over beats that I really can't, financially
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't monetize on it. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's definitely put me in a position to you get that exposure and you get the you know what I'm saying, you get the accolades, the praise from people. But it's like, dang, bro. So people kept asking me that and to get on other people's beats, and then my manager, every time a new song, he's like, yo, get on that. So I just started doing it, and I have nowhere to put it. So I just like, all right, just got an idea, epiphany, and I just started putting it on there, and I was like, oh, I just keep doing it, or I'm gonna do part 2. But then I started looking at it as a way like, you got the season, game time, and then you got, just going to the rec and, pick up ball and, you know what I'm saying, shooting 1,000 jumpers a day. And, so I feel like, in the offset of me, pursuing my rap career, like it was just so frustrating because I was just raw, but I really wasn't that polished, that good. You know what I mean? It was frustrating me a lot. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I gotta work at this to be at the level of the cats I looked up to, I admire. You know what I mean? I really wanted to, I really wanted to rap good. And it's like this is a way for me to just work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Yeah.
how do you
So
stop yourself from overthinking when you're doing these series? Like you said, you're writing every day.
mhm.
Are you at any point are you like overthinking the process? Like, damn, are these bars good enough? Like,
Yo,
what do you
oh
do?
yeah,
Like you spit some shit like, yo, this is dope as fuck, but I
yeah.
already tried it to this Roddy Rich beat.
Yo,
Like,
I
you
won't
overthink
lie
that
to you,
process?
man. I do go through periods of just zero inspiration, bro. I just be like, all right, I'm gonna get to it tomorrow. I procrastinated so much as a rapper, man. Like, you know, you say like, I work hard. I feel like I do put in time, but I think about the times I procrastinated so much and just let weeks go by and not write nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just I get it tomorrow, or because I be chasing that feeling. You a rapper, man. We be chasing that
Yeah,
feeling, man. You know what I mean?
wow.
More so than just the words. I be chasing that feeling. So I get frustrated when I can't capture that feeling, and I just like I ain't gonna mess with it. I can't get the feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
prefer to have the feeling than to just have the body of work just stacked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Um,
can't force a vibe. You can't
yeah,
force it.
exactly, man.
Like
Sometimes
There's a
I
I'm
difference. Yeah.
sometimes I write it just to write it. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because I really want to work. You want to work on the dexterity of being able to flow, and what I'm saying, uh, being able to get your thoughts out and stuff like that. That's the whole fundamental aspect. Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Mhm.
But sometimes you really want to just capture that moment, that magic, and sometimes it's there, like sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? But I could tell you the moments in my life that changed me as an artist. I can pinpoint each time that made me the artist that I am right now. Honestly, I know the
So
difference.
okay, well, you know what, we were actually talking about that before you got on. I felt like
Yes,
one
sir.
of those, and I heard it on Epiphany 3, was
Hmm.
that interview you had where
Hmm.
the meaning behind the cathedral joint, and that was the first joint that I had heard when I
Uh-huh.
was at Check It. So that's the
Mhm.
connection there. I met you at Sade's show.
Yeah.
I remember, and the song I heard was Cathedral,
Hmm.
and it just like I fucking did a double take. I was like, oh shit. I was
Yeah.
oh okay. Alabama, I
Oh,
heard the accent. I was like, oh, this
bruh.
nigga spit.
The South
Before,
ain't spit like this.
bruh.
Oh no, I knew
Bef-
the South
oh no,
spit
yeah,
like
no,
this.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, man, come on.
It's
No, never
okay.
sleep
Yeah.
on the South. But it was nice to hear someone from the South who was actually lyrical.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
know they're out there, but the
Yes. Yes,
people from the
sir.
South I had met weren't so lyrical.
and to see
Yeah.
them in person is different too. And I
Yeah.
remember at Check It, I saw your name on the list, but then I'm like, is he here? I didn't know. Like, I didn't remember what you looked like because I'm busy
Yeah.
working and shit. And I
Yeah.
just see this kid just off to the side. I'm like,
Chilling.
him. And he's just
Yeah.
chilling by himself, just watching everybody,
I
just
was I was being
quiet.
entertained. This was
Yeah.
good. I was like, I always scope. I was like, yo, I'd be 100. I'd be like, man, all right,
I
I
some
mean, I
was,
can
but
social
see that.
I'll
party.
tell you right now, I was not expecting that shit. As soon as you
That,
went up and started performing, I was just like,
yeah,
what? I
yeah.
stopped working. And everybody, like, especially at that point when you first came on, that was before like Saint and everybody used to be like, no, you sit, just enjoy the show. Cause I
Yo, I
just
was
be running
enjoying.
around and shit. And that was one
Mm-hmm.
of my moments where I'm just like, okay, no, I'm gonna stop. Everybody, nobody talk to me right now. Like
Yeah, I
he's
never
on.
forget that.
Oh man, that was
I
amazing.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
But yeah,
ain't gonna lie, it definitely be times as a rapper where you black, like you. I honestly,
Mhm.
I don't even really remember writing Cathedral. Like I just don't even. It just, I don't know. Sometimes I listen to it and I'm like, it don't really. I feel
you don't
like
feel
I'm
it.
listening to somebody else. Like sometimes, I could feel the pain and type of stuff I be saying, but like I
Mhm.
said, just the way I was putting it together, I just really don't. Only thing I remember about Cathedral is the chorus and this is life. I remember where I was and what I was doing when I came up with that part. And I remember like, you know, the first couple bars, but everything after that, it was just, it's a blank. I don't even remember that. Like, I swear,
Yeah.
like it was just a crazy time. Like,
And
and
then
I remember
when you
because
perform it too, it shows that you have that emotion in it, and it's funny
yo,
now. You're just like, I don't remember it.
I really don't. And you know, I remember recording Cathedral and how I felt when it was coming out, because it was the first song I recorded when I moved up here. You know what I mean? I was just the first time like, oh man, you know, I'm in a new place, and you know, I still want my music career to
Right.
continue. So let me get in the studio and, you know what I'm saying, try to put something down. And man, you know, I put that down, and that was like the first song off from that project, my project, The Rise of Stilo Green. I recorded. But a lot of people don't know, man. The Rise of Stilo Green, that whole project, like I was like homeless when I recorded that. Like I had
Shit.
nowhere to stay. I was, you know, I had my car, like, you know what I'm saying, I was in and out of my car, and you know, but I still found out I had a job. You know what I mean? So I still found a way to like get to the studio. I felt like, you know, that time, you know, I felt like after you go through a period of just like, you know, being homeless, you ain't got nowhere to stay, like that just changes you, like as far as just nobody can't turn me away after that, man. Like, you know, before I have like my confidence level wasn't as high, so people would say certain things that would, you know, create doubt in my mind. It would make me say, well, man, maybe such and such is right. Like maybe I do need to go back to school, or you know what I mean, or try this job, or you know, try this trade, and you know, kind of like wisen up about life, and kind of not give up on this rap thing, but you know, kind of, you know, put it to the side. You know what I mean? Because right now it's not really paying no dividends, and you know, it don't seem like I got a snowball chance in hell of like making it happen. Like I was just being raw with myself. But then I went through those few months of just not having nowhere to live, and I don't know, it just changed my mindset, because when you go through a process like that, you feel like you just buried alive. Like, you know, it's just like, man, I got this dream I want to accomplish. I got no money. I got nowhere to stay. I'm really out here down bad. You know what I mean? And I was still able to like kind of, you know, perform at a level that I was still growing as an artist. Like I was still able to put together music and put that project out. And once I saw that, like, you know, just against, you know, insurmountable odds, and I still was able to accomplish what I set out to accomplish. Like, you know, after that, I don't really feel like, no, I don't think nobody can turn me away now at this point. It's just like, I'm gone, man. Like, it's a wrap.
And you would
I'm
never know. You would never
yeah.
know that. And even when you were talking about like procrastinating in the beginning, you dropped, I mean, you know, I checked out the catalog, and you dropped 7 projects in 3 years.
Oh, Bubba, I tell people that a lot.
Bro.
I tell my homies, I tell people like a lot, my family members, I be like, "Cuz, you know how much I'm out here rapping."
Because
Like,
even from like, if you just start from like Stilo Green to fucking the Epiphany 3, that's all in those 4 projects are all just 3. I mean, what was I gonna say? Those 4 projects in 1 year, and then you got the other 3 from before, and it's
that's
that's
the thing too. Like, I be feeling bad. Like, man, bro, we've been talking about collabing, and as an artist, that's definitely one of the things I want to, you know, get better at. I focus on, like, you know, really, you know, collaboration, because I don't really have a lot of you know, collaborations, because you know, like, I got 2 sisters, so I ain't have really. I got 2 stepbrothers when my dad got remarried, but you know, stepbrothers and bro, it's like kind of like a different vibe, different relationship. So I ain't really have no older brother. I have no brother, or you know, really nobody, you know what I'm saying, around me. I was kind of like a loner. So you know, just that's how that that's always been kind of like my approach to making music. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just so therapeutic for me. Like I'll never really, think to reach out to people and like, yo, hop on this song, Lord, let's do this. I just be doing the song and go on to the next song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I was like, yo, I definitely want to, I see artists like talented artists, and I definitely want to bring that magic together because, I just want to present that to the world also. I don't just want to have all these projects and just only my voice. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely set out for 2020 to do a better job at, collaborating, with a lot of different artists and stuff like that. So, but I just be rapping, man. And it's like, you go to the studio, and it's like, man, time is money. So let me get in here and try to record as much as I can knock out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I definitely went through boot camp as an artist. Like I had some pretty hard-nosed managers because I lived in Atlanta for a second. Okay. I had some managers that was like, that work with, artists in the industry who have gone on to make a name for themselves. So they always be like, man, such and such, you get that thing and knock out 10, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, such and such, you do XYZ. So you unsigned artist and you trying to live up to all these names. You're like, man, I got to work just as hard. I got to work just hard or just as harder, to get a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Again? What's up, boo?
Hey, what's up?
My God, man. He be like, you got a record deal? I'm getting a record deal? What do you know about a record deal, son?
They already know the business.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn it early.
They get their hands on YouTube. They think they know everything.
Man, they got access too, man. I be trying to use that YouTube, man. I'm really got out of my shell in that regard too. Just as far as just reaching out and trying to grab information, man. Cause it's been rap, man. Just been write, record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's so much more to it.
Yeah, exactly. It is a lot, bro.
There's so much more to it, bro. And that's actually another thing, man. I mean, I dig what we was talking about just now because I wanted to get more into that. But you mentioned we kind of just got into the YouTube thing. I noticed that you have a pretty good international fan base on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
So I've noticed that, like, you got people from Europe reaching out, hitting you
weird,
about your
man.
music. Yeah, like, how'd that come about? Was that planned? Is that just organic? Like,
oh man, I really feel it really wasn't planned. Like, one of my guys that I got this video, Don't Be Mad. My guy that filmed that video, I worked with him before. So he was moving to LA. He lives in LA now. And right before he moved, he's like, man, bro, I love this song. Let him hear Roger Steelo Green. You know how he is with rappers. You go to people, bro, check me out, bro. I'm nice, bro. I'm nice. And, a lot of people are like, all right, whatever, all right. Okay. So he checked it out, came back the next day. He was like, he was just telling me how he was really like blown away. And, he asked me like, how much could I put down to shoot a video? I'm like, man, I'm broke, man. Keep it real. I ain't really got the budget like that. He was like, bro, I tell you what, I love this song so much. We'll do it for, XYZ. Just little to nothing, you know what I mean? And so we shot the video for that Don't Be Mad. And then he moved to LA. So he was doing film work to just trying to put money in his pocket too.
Yeah.
And he did film work for this guy who's his name is Artemis. He's really big in the fitness world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like, just on some bodybuilding, fitness, real fitness type stuff. And he's from Poland, but he lives in LA. And that guy heard, and he has like 500,000 Instagram followers, and you know what I'm saying, just real big in that world. So he heard the music, and he was just going crazy. Like, man, reached out to me, asked could he put my music in his workout videos and stuff. Like, I'm like, yeah, man, cool, man. I'm sleeping on the air mattress. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, yeah, go ahead, man. You know, it'd be dope to have the exposure. I don't really, yo, people hit you up and actually do that type of stuff all the time. You don't really think, you know, anything's gonna come of it like that. So he asked, and he really started doing it. He started, you know, putting my songs, you know, just working out of him working out and talking. And, you know, all these people from Russia and, you know, Poland and whatever. Like, what song is that, man? What song, man? What song is that? You know, he owns his company too, Golden Aesthetics, like clothing line and you know, workout belts and, you know, just gloves and all that type of stuff. And, you know, he started just putting his music in the workout videos. And all these people that be working out that follow him just start asking him what rapper that was he was listening to. They never heard it. And then they start hitting me, man. Like, I remember, like, just my DMs is going crazy. Like, they just coming out, man, yo, you this, man, you my favorite, man. He's like, I was like, bro, this is crazy. I never really, you know, we never really got this type of love from rapping, you know. And I've been rapping since 2005. Like, you know, I never, or people wouldn't openly tell me, like, you know, they might feel it. You know, the people around you, they might feel a certain way. They think you got talent, but they're not going to express it to you. But these people just were super expressive about it, man. And, you know, they just kept asking me, man, to feed them more and just, and more and more. And, it's just crazy, man. It just went up, man. Like, they just start loving it, man. Then they start putting it in their workout videos and other people start saying it.
That's that organic love, that organic advertising.
So
like,
yeah, so
really
pretty much organically, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's really, man, like, you know, like, it was crazy, bro. Like, I put up, you know, just that no stylish freestyle, and it just got like 18,000 views off that. Like, like, man, it was crazy. I never got, you know, that type of love on the numbers. You know, my numbers always was like trash. Like, you know, it would be like, you know, put up a video in 6 months to get 100 views, 200 views. But like to see that really helped my mindset too. It's like, you know what? Maybe I could kind of do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but it was just like I tell people, it's phases, man. Like, first you go through that phase, you know, where you just record and nobody paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Then you go through that phase where you get the organic engagement, where everybody like it, but you're not getting paid. So it's like, dang, how can I turn this into, you know, dollars? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the phase I'm in right now. How can I, business-wise, capitalize?
How you can flip everything.
That love, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. That definitely motivates you too to you know, keep working and keep putting out content. You're like, dang, I got an audience.
You gotta keep them satisfied.
Yeah, and they're waiting
you know
on
what I'm saying?
you.
You know how I feel like you in the area where you was able to grow and you grew up here, like, you know what I'm saying? And you got these different connections and people know your name. Like, your name is synonymous, you know, with an audience here. So now you got that motivation. Like, I got an audience now, so that's inspires me to you know, get in the studio. Oh, I know it's such and such. Because before, my audience was like my 5-10 homies that, you know what I mean, that just like met with my music. You know what I mean? So when I was writing before, I was like, dang, I wanted, Pat would like this, or my boy Julio would like that line. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I got this audience of people that's gravitated towards it. I really gotta do my due diligence as far as, you know, like the rappers say, feed the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta like cater to them. Yeah,
exactly, man. You know, so it's crazy. I be trying to tell people, like, yo, man, they really mess with me, bro. It's weird. They really be messing with me, dog. They don't even know. So then you gotta get up and go to work and be like, dang, bro, I got like all these people mess with me. Now I gotta go to work And
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
it's like motivation to, just keep striving for your dreams at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Keep working on your craft and getting better.
that's
But
No,
that's
for
all you
sure.
that's all you
yep,
can do, bro. At this point,
yes,
that's all
sir.
you can. Now you mentioned before. I want to get into it too because we don't have much time left. We got about less than 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
you mentioned before about certain people not wanting to elevate you. They
Yep.
might show you a little bit of gratitude, and I
Hmm.
kind of was talking about that earlier. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that certain people in your area don't want to give you that extra push, that extra praise? Just give you the basic little.
Man, I tell people all the time, like, bro, like, I come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think, in all reality, man, when you in terms of like fame and fortune, if you really just look at fame and fortune, and
Mhm.
then you look at a talent that somebody has that could possibly propel to them to that, I feel like for some people they can't grasp the idea of, you know, broke and ashy you being put into this space. Yeah, I think it's just like, you know, it's one thing to talk about this stuff and tell people about your dreams and, your hopes and aspirations. It's one thing for people to see you talk about that. Man, but it's a whole different ball game to actually see you pull up in a Ferrari, bro. Like, to actually see you on stage living out your dream. That's, I know cats that, I went to high school with, that I played football with, you know, and then they get drafted into the NFL. Like, it's like, dang, man, they such and such made it, man. You see them in it's a different light. I don't think some people want to see you in that light. Nobody want to see you in that light, man. I keep it real. Nobody want to see you, like, like I said, went through homelessness and, being broke, or being that guy that, that could never provide that as much, you know what I'm saying? Being this person, the only thing I got going for myself is, these words telling people like, man, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. And everybody, all right, cool. Well, yeah, cool, man. But to actually see you standing on stage at the VMAs or accepting an award, to see you on the Breakfast Club, to see you on Funk Flex Sway, to see you physically in these places, man, it's a different vibe, man. It's just nobody, and people, a lot of people, um, they haven't found their thing. You know what I mean? So for you to have found your thing and then accomplish it, I don't think
Yeah.
some people can deal with that, man. It's hurtful.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Hell yeah.
that,
No.
it's hurtful, bro. Like,
I've been there,
it's,
but believe me, I
yo,
know.
I know people. I know people. I can sense it. You can start off with a dope relationship, and then you can sense the change
Oh yeah.
because they haven't found their thing in
Yeah.
life, and that's frustrating to them. You know what
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean? And once I sense that, I kind of fall back. I don't really talk about my aspirations, and I don't ask
Yeah.
them about how this line sounds. You know what I mean?
Because they're not
I've
in it.
dealt with
That's
that.
why. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then
exactly.
Yeah.
because you start to question, like, am I bragging? Like, did
Yeah,
I do something wrong? Things like that.
you
Where,
want
and then you realize, like, no, we're just not at the same level.
we ain't
And
my
not that I'm
my
above
hunger,
them, but yeah,
right?
it's
It's
different. The hunger, all
yeah.
that.
I feel, yeah. I feel like, I definitely struggle with, like, an obsessive, you know personality at time, and I
Yeah.
just locked into this music, and it's just had so many people tell me that, you know kind of put me down.
Yeah.
So it just motivates me, like, man, I'm gone, bro.
Yeah, because
You
we
know.
were talking about it before, where when you encounter people like that, I was telling him, like, we're not all the same. our
Exactly.
hunger, our worth ethic, you know, things like that, our temperament. Think we're not all the same. So
Mm-hmm.
when you find somebody like that and you have that, you know, encounter,
Mm-hmm.
you have to come down instead of being to yourself about it. Like, you know what? No, this is where we're gonna separate. This is, you
Yo,
know, I go this way, you go that way, and then that's it.
exactly, and it's better that way. You know, it's better to
For your
separate.
sanity. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that it's better to separate from those people because you know it's just it's frustrating. It's a different type of frustration. It's just like, man, like, you know, why can't you just, you know, I came from nothing. Like, you know, why can't you just, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, be happy? Like, you know, I was never that kid that, you know, that was like overly talented at something. You know what I mean? I was never the one that got all the pats on the back or the praise. So, you know, when I found something that I liked, I was good at and
Mm-hmm.
locked in, you know, it was just like people just didn't know how to receive that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
because at some point you gotta move on. It's life,
People
unfortunately.
see the light, man. They just don't want to admit it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People, but I feel like, you know, one thing I've been watching this Last Dance, you know, docu series with, you know, with the Bulls and Michael Jordan. And one thing I learned from watching that, you know, in terms of watching Michael Jordan, is the fact that, you know, he was such a big icon and so talented, but he never put himself above the team. Like, you know, he always adhered to the rules and regulations that, you know, the coach would set out for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like I never I never was the one to put myself above anybody, but
Right.
I knew what I possessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you knew that you were
And
different. Yeah.
I knew I felt it. It's just I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt it. So here I am, like still pushing, you know what I'm saying? Still working. And
So and but fuck it, more people are showing you love now as they should. So
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
segueing
weird
into
at
that.
first.
What's up?
Like,
Oh no, I swear at first, but at least I know you show love too. So segueing
yeah.
into that, we got a few segments that we want to get into. The first one is going to be called "If You Don't Know." So what we wanted you to do is show some love, shine some light on another artist from anywhere, any genre, whatever that you feel
Mm-hmm.
like we should listen to, or feel like the world should listen to and get in tune with.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh
who you got?
man, you know, gotta show love to my country cousin,
Mm-hmm.
Big Crit. I'm a big Crit fan. I don't know if y'all listen to Big Crit or heard him from it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
he
yeah,
from
man. Come on.
Mississippi, man. And
Yeah.
Big Crit is super dope. And I still don't think that he gets his just due. You know what I mean? I mean he's
Yeah.
been people know about him and he's been making waves for a few years. But I definitely think he should be at, you know, a certain level as to J. Cole's and
Yeah.
Kendrick's and you know what I mean?
He was right there. He was
Yeah, man.
right there.
He
Especially
was
Yeah.
East Coast. A lot of people from here was bumping his shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. I think,
Still
you know,
do.
I think he has some label issues that that kind of stifle, you know, what he had going on. And then he went independent. So man, shout out to Big Crit, man, Mississippi, man,
Do you
Meridian,
have a
Miss
specific song that you
for
want?
Big Crit, man. So he got so many, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
got so, you know, it's crazy that we was talking about, you know, you was talking about the, you know, how all the projects I done put out. And most of the
Mm-hmm.
artists that, you know, I look up to or admire really do be working like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, bro got so much music. I gotta step my game up. You know, definitely
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Crit. He a studio rat, definitely workaholic, man. Bro,
Mm-hmm.
super talented, man. And I hope he reached that level, man, that he deserved to be at for real. Like, hope he get his shot. Like, hope he get his shine. Really, specific song. I don't know. There's one he got one. It's called The Vent. I don't know if you ever heard of
The Van, I feel
The
like I
Vent.
have heard that one. Yeah.
it. He got deep.
Sounds familiar.
He got
Yeah.
real deep on that one. He got real deep. And yeah, man. So, you know, Big Crit, super
Yeah.
dope, man. Crit, man. Can't
This-
remember
I
the time.
forget the name of the one with him and Devin the Dude.
Oh yeah, no, it's when you talking about. It was on his Catalactica project. It's him,
I
Devin the
love that
Dude.
fucking
Mm.
song.
Hydroplaning, and him
I
and
just
Mr.
know Devin was singing and it was great. He was singing the hook.
Yo,
Oh
so
my god!
got a lot of records, man. He got a lot of records, man.
Now I
That's
gotta
how
go listen back to that shit.
it's
Yeah.
weird, like when you coming from the South, man. Like honestly, the culture for rappers in the South has always been put out tons of material because
Yeah,
you will be selling it out the trunk, or it was that type of circle. If you notice, even back in the No Limit days, Master P and No Limit they was putting out so many CDs. You know what I mean? The same thing with Cash Money was like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I feel like I kind of like adapted, that whole vibe. And I said to myself, at times I don't know what's to come of this, my music aspirations. But one thing I can control and one thing I can always leave is my catalog, my body of work. But like I don't want the sun to set on, my music dreams and this is all I got to present. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
got two kids, they gonna get older, they gonna dream, and one day they gonna be able to pull this up, pull that up, pull that up. You know what I mean? That's why I put out the content. That's why I put out the content the way I put it out. Ultimately, it's for my children at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Cause like Pac said, if I ain't the one, maybe I could spark the one. You know what I'm saying? So like hopefully my son, my daughter see this and be able to stick their chest out and be like, yo, I got dreams because my pops had dreams. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
It's all about passing it down. Yeah.
Pass it down, pass it along. Do what you gotta do with it, man. It's yours. Have it. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like that.
generational wealth,
Oh,
man. That's what it's
you
about.
did.
So
No
yeah,
more
man. All
generational
day, bro.
curses. Yeah.
Breaking generational curses. That's what we gotta do.
Yo,
Always
man.
gotta do that shit.
Yeah, a lot of
All
them,
right,
bro.
so that was if you don't know. Now we have the other segment called The Fix. So this is more catered towards you. Now, do you have any song or verse from anybody? It could even be Crit again if you want. That means a lot to you, that changed your life, that like helped you deal through something. Anything like that.
Yeah, man. I saw you said something about that earlier too. It's like, dang, like again, it's so many. That's like a difficult one, man. Like, listen so much music before.
Yeah, or like dopest verse you ever heard. Anything.
I would
Anything
definitely
just make you
say,
go like shit.
I'm a big Wayne fan, but he got so many verses I can't really pinpoint. But I could say Jay-Z's first verse on "Can I Live." That's it. Just the way it come in, the way he was.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, man, I gotta go back to the drawing board, man. God
Right.
dang, man, this dude crazy, man. Like, you know, that first verse on "Can I Live," you know what I'm saying? How he came in. While I'm watching every nigga watching me closely. I said it's butter for the bread. They got a toast, man.
Toast
On my
me.
head, both of them.
Where they supposed to be.
No,
Yeah, bro.
Can I Live is it, man?
He was dropping game on that, bro. Like he was dropping so much game on that.
I feel that way about Black Thought, about Royce, about Jay,
Yo.
Eminem. Like it's
Yo.
just dudes like verses from 20 years ago that still go hard.
Still. I would say definitely Eminem. Eminem has some stuff that put the rebellious aspect in me as a rapper. Cause I was like too nice at one point. I felt like, you know what I mean. But he added. I saw that shock value. I was like that he presented because again coming from the South, everything just about flashy and what I'm saying, rhyme clean and but I saw that Eminem you could take hip hop and be rebellious with it in a sense. That kid at school making you mad. I got something for that. That teacher hating on me or this person hating on me. It was just like overcoming that through rap. You know what I mean? I would say listening to Eminem definitely helped definitely helped my heart grow in terms of just I got some for that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
And I
like
think
brother
in
said, I'm a humble dude,
mhm.
and I'm pretty mild mannered. Like, but I feel like when it comes time to rap, I'm ready to stick my chest out
Right,
and
you about
ride.
your business.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm ready to ride with the best of, cause I have been in a situation where people try to treat me like second rate. You know what I'm saying? They didn't respect. I could tell they didn't respect. You know, what I was doing. I didn't know if they didn't respect it or they just didn't want to, show love. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that just motivated me, man. But that "Can I Live," man, that verse come in the way it came in, man, it was hard, bro. I still listen to that, bro. It
Yeah,
was
Oh
hard,
yeah,
bro.
of course. I
yeah.
still can't believe that album was so underrated when it
Timeless.
first came out. Yeah.
That must
Like
sound like he just put it out. But I
It
said
was,
myself, if I
yeah.
ever meet Jay-Z, I'm just gonna approach him rapping. That verse, can I live? Like I ain't gonna even say. I'm just gonna spell it to a rapper. Man, like, that's so hard, bro. How was you? What
oh man.
mindset?
I'm just picturing you while I'm watching every nigga watching
They
me.
gonna be like, what's this?
Like,
Who is
who's
this
this
white
guy?
man?
Yo, that bodyguard gonna
Who-
snatch you up so quick.
They go,
Because
hey, they
you
go
know they're
tap
not
him.
doing mixtapes now. You can't just hand over a CD
Yo,
anymore. Like
Like
that's what
Jay,
J. Cole did. Like
yo,
hear my shit.
oh,
he
bruh,
laughed at this
that be
dude.
some shit.
He gonna like, yo,
God.
who is this? Who is this?
I
No,
mean,
but how would you
you know when
feel?
he's in the city. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, but yeah. No, how would you feel like 10 years down the line? Just that, you say you successful as hell, everything's going great for you, and
Yeah,
somebody, just random kid comes up to you, rhyming cathedral at
yo,
you,
man,
the first bar.
I'll be humble, man, and I will fire any security that turn them away or push them away, bro. I'll be humble because at the end of the day, man, you're a rapper, man. Like these is your original thoughts pieced together in
Yep.
a
hmm
moment. You probably wrote in that sitting in that same bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't help but be humble by the fact that you remember a time when nobody paid attention. Nobody gave a damn. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody
hmm
cared that you was recording rhymes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
to have somebody come to you and show their appreciation, man, yeah, I'm forever be humbled by that. Forever. To the day I die, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a rapper, bro. I'm impressed, bro. I'll probably put a stack in your pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all GP, bro. Real talk. Just
Yeah.
just
I
real
feel like
talk, bro.
we're gonna hear about Steven. We're gonna hear about you sneaking into like the Rock Nation brunch and shit.
Man, I'm gonna be
We're
in
gonna
that
see
Yeah.
you in
thing.
pictures like just in the background.
No suit on,
to
t-shirt,
me like ducking security and shit.
No suit on.
some t-shirts, and Jordans on my feet.
oh
Bro,
shit.
I don't know
I
if I
mean,
haven't seen.
yeah.
Maybe someone in there without a suit. I thought everybody thought it was like a mandatory.
Yo,
I
hey,
think
I know,
somebody
well,
got in there without one.
It was on some
event like
club
that,
shit. Yeah.
you can't be
Yeah, no,
Security's
asking
yeah,
probably
for
like,
it,
nah.
man.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you never see
Uh,
J. Cole. I wonder why J. Cole don't go to that. Like, I always wonder, like, what is it about that brunch and J. Cole that keeps him from incorporating himself? Like, I think about that type of stuff, man.
He's
Like,
the thing is with J. Cole
mm,
is that he's been so turned off about what like the fame and everything like that.
yo,
And not that, him and Jay-Z don't have a good relationship as far as, I just know from observing. I just
mm-hmm.
think he doesn't feel the need to just be there, probably.
Yo, I
Yeah.
always been intrigued by J. Cole because, you know, it's like two sides of that coin for me. Like, it's just like, man, bro, we work our whole life. You know what I mean? To get you put
hmm
your whole life, literally your whole life, into this moment. You know what I'm saying? And then you get there, and then you don't want to like relish in it a little bit. Like, I mean, he
yeah.
did for a bit, and
Yeah.
then I guess he just. I guess it wasn't what he expected it to be.
Yeah.
And then he grew his hair out, and then he just completely just fell off the map. Like,
yeah, in his case, I think not that, because like people when they get famous, it, blows up their head. I think in that fact, it just turned him off of it because the music industry is shady as shit. It is.
Yeah, it is. I
and he
saw. I
probably
saw
just
that
didn't want to deal
firsthand.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
saw that.
we see it from our level. Imagine that level. Imagine being right underneath Jay-Z and you see everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably where he was just like, nah, I thought I wanted this. I'm good.
The only part I feel about this whole music thing that I would shun is the worship from people. Like, I'm like, yo, I would really have a hard time. Like, I even do now. Like when bro said like he saw had that European. Like people hit me up and say certain things. I'd be like, bro, don't say that, man. Like, like chill, like chill. I appreciate, the love from the art, but don't put me on no certain pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like
we was talking about that before. We was talking about that before.
Yeah.
Oh man. I looked right at Sade like,
it's crazy.
I know.
Nah, yeah, bro. And you know what? And I was saying it, but I was saying it in kind of like in a reverse effect. Like, I didn't appreciate that people around my way would give me the praise, like the very high praise of like legend and GOAT. But then you give it to to your man's over there that's been rapping for like a couple of years, and this shit's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, yo, don't put me
it's
with
like you
that
just
either.
throwing it out.
You just throwing it out. And it's getting to that point now, social media, like we don't know what to say to each other. Just say it's dope. Just say I rock with it. Just show the love. But some people just throw those words too loosely, and it's like you're killing the meaning.
Just throw some fire emojis.
People really trendy, man, and people gonna whatever is the thing to say or do, within society in that moment, people want to feel connected. You know what I mean? Oh, you the GOAT. Everybody go. You the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta. I feel that's one thing about hip hop, and I gotta say, I feel that mediocrity has been praised for so long that it stifles the leveling up of rap. You know what I mean? It's like,
the bar is set so low.
If it's 15 of us on a basketball team, all of us ain't, you know what I'm saying? All of us ain't Jordan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't tell everybody on the team that they call it basketball.
You Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, you Jordan too, bro. You Jordan. And then so now everybody that come in, they got a little handles, they got a little shot. They don't work as hard. They ain't gonna present their best. When people telling you, I remember a time, bro. I remember a time the engineer would not let you get in the booth and record if it wasn't up to par. Now anybody can go record. You know what I'm saying? I had a DJ live across the street from me. Had a studio. I was sitting there and Bill fly on the wall, and cat would rap their verse. He was like, nah, man, you gotta go write that. Now it's just like whatever verse you write, they'll let you record that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like I came from that era. And I think that's the thing about hip hop, man. Too many participation trophies are being handed out when you knowing this man and
boom. Yo, that's it.
Gonna be a clip.
That's it. That's it. That's the bar of the night. That's the bar of the night. We gonna leave it at that. Yo, right. Steve, I'm sorry, my brother, but we gotta keep it moving. We do have other guests. I want to thank you again for coming through, man. Where can people find you, real quick? Let them know.
I'm always on IG, man. I'm closing it, opening it, closing it. Steven Darnell, Steven Darnell official. And if you can, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Steven Darnell.
I'll throw all the links in. I got you, babe.
My brother.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Proud of y'all. Super proud of y'all, man.
Yes, sir, man.
We'll have you back on for sure.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
catch up with you soon so we can talk about the collab, brother.
Oh.
All
Oh,
right,
we gonna do that. We gonna
we're gonna
do
do
that
it.
I can't wait
Yes,
to
for
sir.
hear
sure.
it.
For
I
Let's
sure.
can't
do it, man.
wait.
I'm
You got it,
ready.
brother. All right,
Hey,
my
thank
man.
y'all, man.
Take
Appreciate
care,
y'all.
brother, man.
Y'all
Yes,
be
sir.
safe, right?
Be
You
safe,
too,
bro.
bro.
Peace.
Thank you, love.
Peace. All right, yo, Lyrical Fix. We're joined today, Brick City Zone. We got Ish K in the building.
Yo, man.
What's good, brother?
Yo, I'm here with the Lyrical Fix, man. Shit.
Yeah,
Yo, what
yes,
up? What
sir.
up? What
Yes,
up?
sir.
How y'all doing, man?
How you doing?
Let me say I wanna give y'all big props. Respect the show, respect the platform. And
Thank
What up? What
you.
up?
I appreciate y'all so much. And make sure y'all get that kick snare. That shit is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right,
Nice.
right, right.
Look,
Nice job, buddy. I appreciate that. I
Hey, listen,
appreciate
I'm great at like my promo game is 100.
I can tell. I can tell. You're very good at that.
Yo,
oh
I try to
shit.
be.
I respect that about you, man.
Mhm.
So I want to start off, man, but just seeing how you're doing mentally. It sounds like you're in you're great spirits. How have you been handling the quarantine and everything? You still working? Or you just chilling? What's up?
Nah, man. I'm not working right now because I got the kids or whatever. So I really don't have nobody to watch them. My mom be here, but she be working with my grandmother, my great uncle. So
Mhm.
I'm out. Technically, I'm out of work due to the pandemic causing the kids that had the school closing down. So I've been a teacher, all types of shit. I've been a lunch lady. You know, um, I'm holding up, man. I mean, I'm doing whatever we can do.
Yeah.
Work.
Mhm.
While still trying to maintain my artistry.
Oh,
Lunch
that's
lady.
good though.
That's a good one. Good one. That's a good one. I'll give you
And
that.
then you also got the Ish K experience that I still have to tune in for.
Right.
I've been told I gotta keep it. I gotta keep tabs on that.
Right. So the HK experience is like it's a segment, like it's a rap segment for me, because a lot of times, like whatever you run into me doing, that's just what I'm doing in a moment. But I'm like I don't know, man. I'm like a fucking like a book full of pictures that don't make sense. Like you could go one picture and then turn the next one, you be like, where the fuck did this one go? That's me. Like I don't care about really being
No
on the same
structure.
page. Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
it's no order, but it makes perfect sense.
It was
It's like
perfect chaos.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's like
There
loud
you go.
silence. It makes no sense at all. So
Mm.
we've been doing the HK experience live. We did it. I did it a couple, like the first couple weeks of the pandemic, and
Mhm.
it was just I was going up there, basically freestyling off beats that the viewers of my live will request. So I had no
Mhm.
time to write it. It's all freestyle. That's what I do. And then we took the HK experience one step further, and we was interviewing artists, man.
Dope.
I
You
figure
just
like,
worked up to that.
yeah, it's just like so now. Recently, I've been on a season finale did real quick because I had Vibers 2, as you all know, it was on to
Mhm.
come out. So I was trying to work on that, and I had a lot of other things I wanted to do for it as far as promo wise. But because of the pandemic, I've been doing what I can.
Yeah.
Working with my girl Marvy, man, she been holding it
Shout
down.
out to
Work,
Marvy.
shout out to Marvy, man.
Mhm.
Shout out to
And
Marvin.
so we've been getting it together and just doing what we can, man. And numbers are pretty good. Like first couple weeks, they did like 600 streams and shit like that.
Hey, that's what's up, brother.
So
That's good.
just trying, man. I figured it's better than what it was last year. Like so, I don't really like go for like crazy goals. I go for obtainable goals, and then I just
Mhm.
keep building on it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
man,
So
it's progress. You're showing growth.
right,
Yeah.
right, and that's the thing. It's just like persistence, and then it's patience at the same time, and then it's like humility, because you never want to get like too big for yourself. Like like I'm
Mhm.
ish, like da 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 da. No,
Yeah.
like I'm ish, but I'ma still listen to some shit and really tell you if I don't like it or not like it. Like
Yeah. Being
That's
real.
pretty much how it goes, man.
pretty
It's
much.
all about the growth, like I said, man. The numbers don't matter. It's about personal growth. It's you getting better as an
Exactly.
artist.
Especially when people buy fake numbers, bro.
That too.
A
That
lot of that
happens.
shit don't matter, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's not a lot of people out here really getting 15,000 streams in the first week. They lying.
Oh yeah.
They
Come on,
lying, yo. You be like, damn, I never heard of this dude. And it might be just because I never heard of you, but nigga, come on. Don't be from my state with 15,000. I never heard of you.
well, apparently Spotify is like now they started taking the numbers down.
Yeah, because they what they doing is capitalize not capitalizing, but they got a system that registers real plays and real streams versus fake ones.
Right.
So what's gonna happen is if you generated this many streams, they got a system that goes through that shit and just filters it out. Like all the dirt that's in the water, they're gonna filter it out, and then you're gonna start seeing real numbers. So you're really gonna start seeing who's celebrities and who just be lying.
That's
true.
wild. I
There's
did
a
not
lot.
know that. I did
That's
not
dope
we
know
gonna
as
see.
that
hell.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will keep
Yeah.
tabs on that shit and find out.
Somebody they might take like 3 of my shits. I know 3 of my shits fake. So about 3 of my streams is fake as hell. At least about 20. Motherfucker got 20 fake streams. Like, come on, man. I only got that many.
15,000.
The bots are everywhere. The bots are everywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You
The
can't
bots are
control the bots, man.
No.
Because you got
I just
people
don't
who
understand the need of that though.
But you know what it is? Like you got people who just like it's somebody who love Kid Pro music and mess with them bots. And they'll just add 20 on that just because they love it. You know, sometimes that stuff happens. And then you got people who just go out and pay for that shit. Like that's the thing. Everybody been, yo, we can help you with promotion. Like how, bro? Like how you gonna get my streams to go up that far in a week? Like, no, I'm good. I don't have $30. Bro.
It's false like promotion and false advertising.
Right.
It's like why not get it organically? Like I understand paying for promotion. I understand that part, but paying for fake numbers, I never understood that.
That's not it, man. It doesn't connect because then people look at your catalog and go, "Well, damn, this shit must have been magical." You know what I'm saying? Then, like, I don't know. Like right now, I'm good. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm taking my time. Like you probably don't get an K album. It's about 2021. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Well, you know, one day one now, yeah.
No, I'm good. Yeah, this is the EP. I only Kid Pro. No, I drop EPs. Them shits don't be longer than 7 songs.
Yeah.
Every EP I drop probably been 6 to 7 songs. I just give people enough. Like I don't want to give them too much to like build that buzz. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more work to be put in. Like when I look at guys like this guy right here underneath us, man, he's been putting in that work for years. So people expect more than 6 songs from him at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't feel like I'm at that stage now. Regardless of what numbers say, I respect the true essence of the art, right? And I respect the people who've been true to the art and the longevity of those people, right? With producing consistently great content. I've seen when they're dire to really put music out versus why they are so lax with it. Where I wasn't. Like I was just dropping shit. Like 2019, I dropped 3 projects.
Yes, I peeped, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I seen Kid Pro just work his way through kick snare, and I'm like, what takes so long? Or Keith Chandler dropped the Coffee and Chemtrails, or K Proetic just dropped the record and he working on his album. Nova Soprano, 848, P Dot, The Separation. So I'm trying to think like, why it's taking y'all so long? Certain things mean more to you. You understand what I'm saying? So you never want to just rip off shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can, because it might not be great work. And just because the market is saying this is what you need to do to get where you need to be doesn't mean that's what you really need to do, because there's millions of artists making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not $1 million yet, and being true to their art. You understand what I'm saying? So when I see those
different
guys,
formulas. There's different routes that you can take. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's like every sports player doesn't play the same way. So why should every artist work the same way?
Exactly.
Yeah. The same strategy isn't going to work for everybody.
Hell no, it ain't.
It never has.
No.
You know what I mean? And that's what separates you from the rest of the artists.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So another thing, with one of the things you mentioned, I was checking out the project Development of Ish that came out last year.
Yeah,
yeah, and that was before that, actually, I want to get into what the hell was the name of that song? You dropped it as a single last year too, Live from the Bricks.
Live from the Bricks. That was that's my very first single.
That's the very first single, right? So
very first Ish single.
That shit, man.
Oh, you like that?
Bro, that first verse.
Oh, you like that?
First verse. you like
that first verse is crazy.
That first verse is wild, son. So
man,
from there, so it's like, and obviously, I'm sure you've been asked this before. I haven't checked any of your other interviews, actually a couple, but I know you've been asked this before. The Ish vibe, Ish vibe, excuse me. It's not that at all. You're not rapping. You're doing the more, I don't even know what to call it nowadays. People saying it's bars or it's vibe. And obviously it's in the title.
It's a
so
mix,
you're vibing. These are this is more of you taking the more sing-songy route. Now I saw you kind of doing it on development of Ish. You were kind of experimenting with the sound.
Right.
Is that the starting point? And be like, all right, now I feel comfortable enough to do these types of tapes. Was it
So
from starting development of Ish?
no, because development of Ish, right? After Live from the Bricks dropped, I did a couple shows and I'm like, yo, damn, these bars, people liking these shit. I said it's now time to incorporate what people like versus what I like, right? And that was a test of my artistry at that point. Development of Ish was really the development of my confidence more so than it was the music. It wasn't developing a sound. Like the development of Ish was the development of my confidence enough to go, let's put out multiple songs instead of singles and see what's up. And even from start, I think the first track on that is Hiatus. Hiatus was crazy. You know, I got into a bag where I was just pissed. You know what I'm saying? But then you get records like Ignored to where I'm like, yo, I don't care. And then it's like the record that registered with a lot of people is 60 Degrees. That's on development of Ish. That 60 Degrees record was it was more heartfelt. It was a lot of it was struggle because it was just like, yo, I'm from the area and I understand the different what I'm trying to say. I understand the different tasks and obstacles we face in our areas, right? And the thing is, how do you get out unscathed, right? And so in a song, how could you say that? And it's just like different variations of what I say. Like even when I say if Pac and Biggie was alive, the game would be in a better place. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not to say that cats wouldn't be doing their thing, but it'll bring more structure and order to the game where you couldn't just do anything. Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like different variations of how I show off. So when I did development of Ish, it was more so just me developing the confidence as a rapper. Now Vibes just came from the fact that I love cats like Party Next Door and Tory Lanez. And I'm like, yo,
Told you.
these guys got a way of making relationships seem like the shit, seem like bullshit, and then seeming like a purgatory moment where it's in the middle. But I just wrote some songs, you know what I'm saying? I wrote some songs and it was crazy because when we did the first Vibish, I did the songs and After Party wasn't gonna be on Vibish, right? I was having a terrible day, my voice was crazy, but my guy, he fixed it up for me and got nice. But if you listen to Vibish, it's just I felt like it was every breakdown of a relationship to me, right? If you go from first record on there is City, second record you got I think it's After Party, then you got Go, Disconnect, Shorty, all these different variations of what relationships are, whether they be one night relationships, whether they be longevity wise, whether it be some shit to where it's like we go through our many different relationships. And so I just wanted to create a vibe where people feel like, yo, it's cool and everything doesn't have to be serious. And it was more so of an artist release for me because I got to step away from just being Ish with the bars, trying to be super barry all the time, and I just got to be Ish.
That's good though. No, you're good, man.
Bless you.
Yeah, so we get in, and so the crazy thing is I was working on my first album, which is called In a Day's Work. I'm still working on that, and it wasn't ready. You know, as an artist, we all know when something ain't ready, right?
Right.
Sade, you know when stuff ain't ready, you like, no, this shit isn't ready. Kid, we know when stuff ain't ready, it's not ready. So it's like, if it's not ready to me, I never put out a tape that wasn't ready. So anything I put out, regardless of how you feel from a criticism standpoint, it was ready to me, right?
Yeah.
I would never give you some shit that ain't ready. So it wasn't ready. So in the meantime, between time, I said, yo, damn, I was listening to Vibage in the car, and I'm like, you know what? I want to recreate this, but I want to mix up this sound. And then it got more so with Vibage 2, it was more so incorporating more than just R&B and hip hop. I tried to incorporate rock. If you understand, if you hear that Backseat record, it's more rock. I tried to incorporate pop with that Right Now record. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Right Now you can hear it.
Exactly. And then that Easy record is a more old school R&B to where it's like, yo, this is the issue. And then you got No Time, which is just some new school R&B. So I tried to incorporate all variations of music in that one, and it actually worked, right? And so it was fucking mind-blowing. I think it was a great experience because it let me open up more and show more off of what Ish is. And because I consider myself an artist, I never consider myself a rapper, and I feel like nobody should consider themselves a rapper or a singer. right? So I'm an artist. An artist has many talents because they're an artist. They can create. So if we're
Yeah.
artists, we don't have a box. Like if you paint, you are not a painter, you're an artist. Why?
Mhm.
Because you don't just paint. You got to create. You got to formulate these plans in your head. It's different
Mhm.
inspiration. So I always wanted to be considered an artist, and I felt like that was the step to doing that, was trying to incorporate ish with every other genre.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cuz you
Yeah,
can
hell yeah.
because now like now it's not just rap, hip hop, R&B, there's so many subgenres.
Right.
So for, casual fans will say there's a box, but when you're actually in it, and either with it's somebody like me or somebody like you guys where you guys are artists and you're there and you're like, well, damn, I actually do this, I can do this, I can do that, I explore and experiment and shit
That
like
shit.
that. And then for
Yeah.
people who have the ear for it, we know that there's different types. We know
Right.
that there's different, whether you're a lyricist, there's so many different types of lyricists. How the hell can you
Right.
compare everybody? So artists,
Right.
general artists, is that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Right.
You formulate in the same way a painter does, same way a poet
Exactly.
does. Yeah, I feel that.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I get that. I love that part, man.
Yeah.
It's all about the creativity, man.
That's
Hmm.
it, man. If you don't, I feel like if you don't enjoy the process, then it's not what you're in it for,
Yeah.
right? Like I enjoy creating Vibish more than I enjoy putting it out.
Yeah.
Well,
You understand what I'm
I
saying? Like I
yeah.
really did. Like it was
Yeah.
just the experience of putting it out is euphoric because you get people's reactions. Like people like I got good reviews, bad reviews that come with the game, right?
Hmm.
But putting it out is like, all right, cool. It's time to do the work. Let's promote. I'm still promoting. If you guys see me, I'm every day. I'm working. But
Yeah.
creating it was like shit was mind blowing. It was thrilling. Like I couldn't stop smiling. I was so anxious. I was jittery because you see something come from you and it's different. Like,
Hmm.
and it's like the creation process, the hunt is always better than the prize. And that's when
Yeah.
you know if you're willing to do something. A lot of people like the prize. If you don't like the hunt, then you're not built for this, because when you really have to hunt, you're not gonna want to because you don't enjoy the process. You're gonna take a shortcut, and that shortcut gonna lead you to a death trap.
Oh yeah, for
So I feel
sure.
like if you know what I'm saying, if you enjoy that
Mhm.
hunt, you'll always get a prize because
Yeah.
you so used to I'm hunting that you ain't even worry about the prize. You just stacking them up. Then you look back, you're like, damn, that's what I raked up from hunting. I've been grinding. You know what I'm saying? You look back and you like, damn, you look up, you like, oh shit, well, it's a lot of prize. I think I can stop hunting now.
Yeah.
But the
Word.
Nah.
mentality is it's still the same.
Because that was gonna say frame of mind is where the longevity comes from.
Right.
Because you can't have longevity if you're just like, oh, I wonder what people will think. I wonder, this and that. No, fam, just be in love with making shit. Just be in love with the
Exactly.
creation, with the creative process, and this won't even be a job. It'll be just you living your dream. And I
That's what
think
I'm
that's
saying,
where the
man.
disconnect is coming from. Yeah, because they're just I never even thought about that. Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
but when the world make it
There
seem
we
like
go.
everything's so damn instantaneous, then shit, nobody really does care about
No.
the hunt.
Yeah.
No, you got to learn to enjoy the journey.
Real
Mm-hmm.
rap.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
I have fun in the creative process, man.
I would have rap beef with Kid Pro.
You want to
Oh,
wait?
why?
But what were you saying? You want to beef with Pro?
Oh, I don't need
Yeah,
more
I never
beef
want
in
to
my
rap
life.
beef with Kid Pro.
Oh, you
Oh,
never want
never.
to rap beef.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna say no.
Nah,
I
that
don't.
shit is dangerous.
I don't
Cause let
want
me
any.
tell you
I don't
something
want any
about
rap
Kid
beef.
Pro.
Oh, here we go.
He's so dangerous,
Tell
right?
tell him about himself.
That this what
Please,
he do.
please.
He make you feel like you can rap, and then he rap, and then you sitting there like, oh shit, I gotta rap behind this dude, right? And I seen it at we was at Where Beast Meets Bars. This dude,
Mhm.
Because he was really getting into some
I
some
know.
really good stuff. He was getting into some good stuff. I think
I
what he was
know.
about to say was going to be very interesting.
I know. I can't wait. Wait.
Shut up.
I love talking shit about you. It's
No, that's
fine.
sarcasm. I hate the sarcasm in your voice. I fucking hate you.
Ah, you love me.
You were so giddy too. Like, oh, I can't wait to hear what he says. Fuck you.
Oh, he could hear us though.
I know. I know he can hear us, but you hating on me when somebody want to give me some praise.
Oh, I got super excited. I thought I was like, oh, you want to beef with Pro?
Oh,
I was like,
bullshit.
I can't wait.
Oh, we got to call him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him back now.
How dare you hate on me like that?
Oh
Oh,
shit.
goody. What is he going to say about Pro?
Yay. All right, let's see. We're gonna have to do another call with him.
Oh, this is going to make me fucking drop some more shit tomorrow and weekly, and then I'm going to rub it in your face.
No, that's exactly what I want. Let's get back to the shit.
I think you were saying something really, really important that I think the world needed to hear before.
Oh shit, that's how you know Kid Pro is not a motherfucker you mess with, y'all. Let me tell you why. Because when a man says cerebral, the way his mind functions, oh, that's a bad motherfucker. Kid Pro's a bad dude, man. And the only reason I said I heard him rap live, see, when you hear somebody over a track, you think like, you know what? I don't want to really rap battle with that dude. This shit won't go my way. I'm gonna have to go deep, and I really like that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take shot at the guy that I really like. I really like that Kid Pro guy, but he's so cerebral, man. I mean, the way you use, it's like you got this perfect balance of flow, words, delivery, sequence, and conviction.
Oh wow, thank you.
Like sometimes you damn near perfect, and then I realize you human when I hear another track, because sometimes you able to incorporate those things so well that it make it seem like if rap was a definition, you would be it. And we have our moments like that. We all have our moments like that as artists. But listening to actually listen to the project in its entirety, it was like shit. Like this dude could hang with some of the greats lyrically. But it's like also the conviction, man. And I tell people all the time, your delivery is everything. A lot of people shit don't sound right because they don't have conviction and delivery. Like the shit don't even sound believable. It's like, nigga, I want to know the
bars. Oh yeah, the bars are great, but the delivery's just not there, and it just kills it kills the whole project or whatever song it's on. Like I've heard some great shit, but just delivered terribly.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was about to develop it over the years. I think I got better because I always had the flow. The flow is crazy. I naturally had the flow.
Yeah, no, your flow is good.
The flow is crazy. So now it's just the conviction and the delivery and the bars and just trying to be better than I was, right? I gotta if you ever see my Instagram or my old name was K.They Lomo. And Lomo stand for League of My Own. That's my thing. I got it tatted on my arm right here. That's what I go by. You know what I'm saying? I go by League of My Own. Sometimes we spend too much energy competing with others, and it takes away from what we really have to give.
Yes.
So if we're
this is crazy. All this shit that me and Sade have been talking about in the beginning, and we had our interview before. We talked about one thing that I mentioned, and now we're talking about something else that I mentioned. There should not be any competition amongst other peers. It's really about us progressing as artists, being the best that we can be. Yeah, there's friendly competition if we collabing or whatever, or these, where beats meets bars. But at the end of the day, it's really just about the artist and how we're getting better as artists.
Because I understand like the need of what's it called? Sorry, I just got distracted. The need for competition as far as like that bravado, that rap, like I'm the best, blah blah blah, like that I get, and the shit talking, shit like that.
Right.
That I get 100%. But then on top of it, it's like people are taking it. Maybe it's the sensitives out there that are taking it to heart. Like, nah, fuck you, blah blah blah. He ain't shit. Like. Right. No, there's no need for that. There's no need for that. Yeah, especially when you're trying to compete with somebody on like outside of your let me think. That's not in the same not genre.
Bragging.
Not like, league, maybe? Like, like you use that word league. Like he's out of your league.
Yeah, rap is rap's the only genre where there's like battles where motherfuckers really are going at each other, like proving that they're better than everybody else.
That's the attitude, though. Yeah,
that's been the style. That's been the attitude. You're right.
It's the testosterone, right? We get caught up in the wrong shit, man. The goal is to make great music.
Word, and I'd rather do that than I love the bars. I feel like I'm pretty, decent at it, but I really like just get more into making songs and just staying in that lane.
You make good songs though, bro. Like I heard some shit, and it was like when I looked at the project, I was like, I sort of kind of was expecting something, because I I stereotyped you because I hear what I hear from you. But it was like, yo, to really see your song making ability on this joint, that's what was the most impressive. I don't think it was nothing you said. It was more so just the ability that you had with making different songs on that joint, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was the goal, just try
Yeah,
to.
I mean, now don't get me wrong, you had some bars up there. But it was just, I wasn't expecting, it's like, I wasn't expecting what I was expecting. And the shit was like, wow. Like, Kid Pro an artist. He's not a rapper. Some people
Well, it's
are
good,
really
yeah.
rappers. Like, some
Yeah.
motherfuckers, I'll be like, yeah, you rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hear songs and go, you try too hard. You're a rapper. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be like an asshole, but it's like, you're a rapper. A lot of people not artists.
Yeah.
It's
So,
tough. It's tough just to get out of that rapper box. Because
right.
sometimes I do feel like it's just that with me. Or at least that's how people see me. I'd be in that feeling sometimes.
But you got some shit with you, man. You got some shit that I'm telling you, bro. In the world, they don't
I be
know.
trying to tell this nigga right here, she don't see it.
She gotta see it.
First
She
off,
gotta see
I
it.
do see it.
She be
Okay,
hating.
no. We're not doing that.
Don't
First
put
off,
Sade out there like that.
I do see it, and it's because he says that I be hating. No, I just want more from you. That's
See,
it.
and that's what you need. You need people like her, because everybody else gonna be like, kid, that shit hard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
I'd be like,
fell out
nah.
with
What
a lot
else
of
you
people
got?
making vibes too, yo.
You say it again?
I fell out with a lot of people with this project too.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, it's good and bad that come with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just want me to do one thing because they see me do something amazing, and it's like, keep doing that shit. And I'm not a keep doing that shit person, right?
No.
And
Were
I
you
do
told to go back to the style like before?
to the
Okay.
to the
To the bars.
bars, to the
All right.
bars. It
Yeah.
was just like, yo, and my thing was like, word, I feel you. Like, that's what's up. I'm still dropping this shit.
Yeah.
Like, the
Fuck
goal was in a day's work was supposed to come out. I'm like, nah, I'm good off that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the one who got to okay it. You know what I'm saying? I'm my A&R, I'm my executive. I'm HK, I'm me. So I don't okay that shit. I don't care what you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not gonna feel good about the project. And I would hate for people to get a lackluster project out of me when I know I'm way better than that. Like, I think I'm my worst critic. Like, I kill my own shit every day. Right?
Yeah.
So
Word.
you'll be
As we all do.
oh, like, this shit is crazy. And I'll be like, word, I guess.
Yeah. I'm same way, bro.
Because you're always
Because
striving to, be better
we want
and this and that.
perfection, but we don't know really what that is. Like, I
Right.
don't know, man. I don't know what perfection is, but I know I'm chasing it.
Right. But like,
Yeah.
That's
what
all I
is the
know.
format to making a
What is
perfect
it?
track? Nobody
There
knows,
isn't.
because the best tracks we have in this world today to us are not perfect tracks.
It's all subjective.
It is
Yeah.
all subjective. It's like, who better, LeBron or Kobe? That shit is all opinionated, man. That's viewers' discretion shit. I don't get caught up in none of that shit, man. I'm not worried about what people think I should be doing. I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. If you don't like it, just don't listen. Like, I'm not taking it personal. I don't
Because
wake up wanting.
you
No,
can't
go ahead.
satisfy everybody. My bad. You can't
Hell no.
satisfy everybody. And then for the people that be like, nah, you should, you like, that's disrespectful for them to be like, no, you should go back to that last style. Then
A
they
lot of people
don't.
don't create
Yeah, they don't respect artistry at all,
at
because
all.
you can not fuck with it, you can fuck with it, but regardless, if they were truly close to you, then they would respect the artistry and be like, yeah, it's, you know what, it's not exactly my thing, but keep doing it,
Right.
because you got, how else are you going to grow but through exploring and
Right.
trying out different things.
Yo, I've been so
Fuck that.
fixated on winning a Grammy, right? And then, like, one day, like recently, got time to think. We sitting in the house on quarantine. I was just thinking, like, I don't really want that shit. I don't
Okay.
really want it because I've seen so many great albums pass over that shit. That,
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, it took too long for Victory Lap to win Album of the Year for a Grammy. It should have won when the man was alive. The shit was a great album.
Yeah. It took
Man.
them for him, it took it for him to die for you to
Right.
realize that shit.
To
Like,
appreciate the artistry, that's bullshit. Like, come on, you had multiple great albums and best album of the year, and I've seen shit win, and I'm like, it's no fucking way, bro.
And
yeah,
that's another thing about competition, especially with music. There's no way to really judge whose music is better. Because it's all
Exactly.
subjective. So who are we to trust a bunch of like, and I hate to say this, but possibly like some uninformed white people that are involved in the voting process of the Grammys to pick? Yeah, they pick some hip hop people, but it's not the whole world. Like,
Right.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's
Right.
always
It's like,
snubs. There's always people that are robbed. I remember the year that Macklemore won over Kendrick
that
oh
for
shit was
his
yeah,
hip hop album.
that
You
was
know what I
that
mean?
shit was
rough.
crazy. Like, and I was based off like probably one track.
Yeah, I mean, because the single he had, he was talking about homosexuality, like homosexual relationships.
Right. And that's
Mm-hmm.
So
cool.
it's like,
That's cool.
it ain't no problem with that. But if that helped you towards getting that, and not the whole body of work, because it's hip hop
It's
album,
bullshit. What
Yeah.
then what are we
Kendrick album
doing?
was that? Was that Damn?
I think that was the Pimp a Butterfly.
No, it's a Pimp a Butterfly. Damn was I'm
No,
trying to
Damn
Damn.
think.
was more recent. Damn was more recent, but that
No, it
didn't
was
hit.
Damn
more
was
recent, but
crazy.
I forgot who was the other nominations with Damn.
But to
Damn
Pimp a
But
was
I know
crazy.
Butterfly was up against Macklemore's album at
that was
the
the
time.
one that got snubbed. Yeah.
Kendrick should have won like 3 Grammys, yo, because Good Kid, Mad City, Pimpin' Butterfly, and Damn, to me was Grammy. But then it's like, you had like Born Sinner, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, we can go
Like, it's
about
too
that all
much.
day. It's like,
It's too much
especially
for
with
Yeah.
me.
Grammys. But it's like, if you give too much stock in the Grammys, like, then, whatever. People always say we should put more stock in the BET Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards, because those actually represent the culture, or the Vibe Awards and shit like that. But people don't want to go to those. They don't consider those
Yeah.
star-studded.
Like, when the last time you seen Beyonce at one of them shit?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it takes a
Yeah.
lot to get J and B to come out to the BET Awards.
But they'll be at the Grammys.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't really see Jay at the Grammy coming at the Grammys either.
Yeah, I don't see him come no more either. You know, he got that money now, so shit different. It's like, fuck you. It's like when I needed it. But we should. Like, I would love to get an NAACP award, some shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I'm
that
saying
shit
the
would
awards that really matter, that really show love to people.
Yeah, like I'll take a BET award. Like, I'll take a BET award. Shit, I just want to do a Tiny Desk concert. I just want to be famous enough to do a fucking Tiny Desk concert.
I like those, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Those
then
are
perform at
dope.
Coachella. Because the thing is, my Tiny Desk concert gonna be dope. Because my daughter said she was gonna do the alphabets and shit. So I was gonna let her do her little segment. Let my son sing a little segment, and I was gonna get into it and shit. So I was thinking, like, I feel like my only real goals in this music thing is probably to be in a position, obviously, where I can take care of my family, perform at a Tiny Desk, and just travel around the world and perform, man.
Yeah.
I don't need
That's the
accolades.
dream.
Like, the accolades are in the work. Like, I don't give a fuck about a Grammy if 1 million people love my music.
Yeah.
Word up. Hell
Like,
yeah.
1
Well,
million people pay to see me do my thing. Fuck a Grammy, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, you won. You won already.
Yeah, it means
Exactly.
but
And it's
so
like, I get to
much.
work with the best producers and some of the best artists in the game, and I get to help other artists. Like, you never know what LOMO, the label, could be like, right? What would that shit be like? For a guy, be like, oh shit.
And you putting other artists in position to take care of their families. Like, ain't nothing better than that, man. A Grammy will never replace that feeling.
Nah, some shit is more. It's more moral. Like, the morals of the Grammys is wasn't like, people feel like it's important, but it's really no moral behind the trophy. All it is just it's been embedded in your head by the masses that this shit is the NRB all the music.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like an NBA trophy or some shit like that. Like, NBA trophy different. Like, I get it, bro. It's really one fucking award.
You had to compete. You had to compete
Right.
against other people physically and do something more
That
times
shit
than the
makes
other.
sense. Like, this what you grind for. That's the NRB all. Like, no bullshit. Like, every basketball player, I want to win a championship. Artists, it's mad artists in this world that don't give a fuck about winning the Grammy. Because they make money performing and they're able to take care of their families. That was their Grammy. Right? And it's crazy because I got a song on In a Day's Work called Grammy Family. I perform it too a lot. And that, like, I made it when I was in that mindset, but now that I listen to it, I'm like, it's still gonna go on there. I fuck with it. But like, the hook go, I need like one of those, 3 of those. That's my Grammy family. But I just need like 1 mil or 10 mil or maybe 100 mil to keep the family happy. So that's just like,
Word up. Let me ask you though. let's say in the hypothetically you do win a Grammy, are you gonna be known as Grammy winning Ish K?
They'll put it there.
But will you put it there? Because you could put it there. Because after you win one, that's what people do.
I could put it there, but I mean,
Grammy winning artist.
I probably will put it there, depending on who in charge of my PR shit. Right?
There you
They'll
go.
put it there. So
I
it's
know
like
a
it's
lot of
inevitable.
motherfuckers would.
That's
Right.
a flex.
A lot of
Why not?
motherfuckers don't, because it's like my thing is if I win one and I only win one when I'm older and shit, yeah, I'll throw it there like it's Grammy nominated. Because now I'm older, I'm out. So now when people come to me with bullshit, I'll be like, bro, like I won one, like chill.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just for people who piss me off. Like the Grammy would be for people who piss me off. Like, please don't piss me off because you have none. Like I got one. You don't have one. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if I do a shit now and it's like, bro, I'm not thinking about that shit. That shit gonna be like, yo, kid, what's good? You trying to open up with some shit? What's good? You wanna hit the road? Like this some real shit. Fuck a Grammy. We going to Europe. What's up? Kicks in
Yeah.
Europe.
Exactly.
You know, it's not gonna be a
Kicks
it's not
in
gonna be.
Europe,
I don't
baby.
feel like it's need to be. It speak for itself, right? You're gonna ask like, how the fuck was it to win the Grammy? That shit was cool, bro. We got dressed. Oh, I want to tell y'all. I love the show, man. I was listening to the show. I really love the show. It's really insightful too.
Thank you.
man. We're trying to build up the repertoire, man. You know what I mean? We're just in our beginning stages. You know what I mean?
Keep doing this shit. It's fucking lovely.
I didn't think I'd be doing something like this. You know, get into the media game. You know?
Yo, kid, this shit is alright, man.
It's got a lane to it. You know what I mean? Usually the bigger podcasts work because there's somebody famous attached to them. So we just regular people. We trying to build ourselves up.
Hell yeah, you never know, like shit. And you got a pretty co-host. Always works.
Thank you.
Always works. Gotta get the pretty co-host. Can't be
She's
just
the
too
eye
ugly.
candy. She's the eye candy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Look, then she fuck them up when she know what she know. So they already.
Oh, that's the. Bro, I've already dealt with this.
They're like, I like her hair. Oh shit, she talking about the music. Oh shit. Got him.
She knows her shit.
That's the shit about being a woman in the industry is that people always like, oh, okay. Like I know my shit. Calm down.
They overlook it, man. It's all about women in the industry. Look at it as like sex toys and shit, man.
Yeah, but there's a whole nother lane.
Lane. It's like respectable women in the fucking industry know what the fuck they talking about.
And a lot of women that do know what they're talking about still adhere to like that old shit where like, oh, like I gotta be a certain way, I gotta act a certain way. Like, no, you don't have to.
Just be yourself. Right?
Exactly. Oh, but I did want to ask you. Though, because we were talking about Grammys and then doing shows. I wanted to ask you about the Coffee and Chemtrails tour. That was the first time on the road, right?
Oh shit, word, my first time on the road. So
let's talk about it.
Great. I mean, it's not done yet. We still got other dates, right?
Yeah.
Tour is great, man. It's a great experience. You get to go different places, meet different people, and people love you outside your state.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
How many shows did you guys get to do before everything shut down?
3. So first show was in Boston, second show was in Philly, and then we recently before the pandemic we went to a little bit while the pandemic was starting, before it was too serious, was in Baltimore. So
I saw that. Yeah,
Boston was crazy, right? And Philly was tight, okay, and then Baltimore was crazy again. But the artists out there, like, everybody is different. Like when we went to different cities, we seen different things. Like, so it's like Boston is really a hip hop scene, like real hip hop shit. Like they really like the bars, all types of shit. Then you go like the Philly, it's more so up tempo, young school, drill
it
shit,
is, yeah.
fun shit, gun shit, girl shit, right? And then to go to B-more, it's just a different bop.
Yeah.
It is like, I don't know. Like this shit is just like
weird. The beats were different, the flow style. Like
beats was different, the flow style's different, the energy is crazy, right? And then they got that accent, so they fuck
the
up
accent.
and so now it's just taking
Baltimore accent something else, man.
That shit is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
But shit, kid, we'd love to have you out there, man. I know it couldn't go to where you wanted to go.
I know, man. Yeah, could make it.
We gonna do something.
We gonna do no doubt. Oh man,
and we got that for sure. When this shit clear up, we got that Nork show, so I know that Nork show gonna be crazy.
I mean, I haven't talked to the team about it, but I mean, to Keith and them. But like, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'll be there either way to support.
Yeah, hell yeah. But we need you up there.
Hey, if
Posse
I can get up
Pepe.
there, I'm definitely down. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Kid Pro's are fucking amazing, man. What is
I be
do
trying
it
to
yourself?
tell him. He don't
He
listen.
amazing. You know, he's a dad, so I understand.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I could talk all that shit all I want, but when I get home, I still gotta change diapers and you know put
Man,
kids to bed and
I'm in the
tuck them in.
same boat, man. I talk all that shit all the time. I had to get in the car to do an interview.
I feel you. I might have to
Yeah,
do
our
my
last
my
interview got
bars.
interrupted a couple times.
Yeah,
Somebody wanted to
his
say
kids
hello.
was coming
He's
in.
just like, who's
This
that?
is the fatherhood episode right here too. Two
Yeah,
fathers.
it was good.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what's up, man.
man.
Oh
Now
man.
you want to get into segments, bro?
Oh yeah, we do got into segments because we're gonna catch where beats meets bars. Speaking of, we're gonna go
Mhm.
support
Yeah,
our
we're gonna go catch
startup
that.
soon. Catch
Let's
Mhm.
that.
go.
Oh, it's a great lineup right now from what I saw. So we
Yeah.
going
We
it's
got
gonna be
like
dope.
10 minutes. We got like a few
They're
minutes
gonna start
before
around
they start.
8:15. All right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I just got a bunch of fucking fake Instagram going crazy. But yeah, let's do
all right. So we got two segments, the ones that I told you about. So first one we're gonna
Mhm.
start with. Let's just start with if you don't know. So we wanted you to shine some light, put us on to an artist, any genre that we
it.
don't know about, we may not know about, that you feel
Mhm.
that the world should listen to.
Hey man, y'all need to go check out my girl Tutu, man. She got that record out called Serenity, right? Video on YouTube right now. Her name is Tutu. I think her name is Two Talents on Instagram. Great
Okay.
vocalist, dope MC, got bars. She's just a multi-talented person. So y'all
She's
get a
doing it
chance, check out
all.
that Serenity track on all platforms featuring your boy HK. Double promo.
That's right.
Uh,
That's right. I see what you did.
right?
You ain't said a word since you got here. But the look upon your face is you got fear. To tell me what's on your mind. I got time.
And check that video out on YouTube, man. We just dropped the video recently. Actually, a week before I dropped Ivers 2. That's the
Yeah,
end.
it was like right out. Yeah, I
Right.
peeped. Yeah.
So I'm on double promo duties, man.
I see that,
You
man.
got
You're doing it
to.
right.
This is
You're doing it right,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what's
She
up.
that's my partner in crime in this music shit, man. Me and Two, man, we work a lot. And she working on her project now, on the chill. We working, getting her shit together, going through
Mhm.
different beats, seeing what direction she wanna go. But I'm really not working. I'm just like, nah, try that shit. That's all I do. Right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because it's just she's still trying to break out that shell like I was. So my thing is
Yeah.
always I never want to kill. Nah, do this. She'd be like, you think I should do this? I'm like, word. She's like, but that was the
Yeah. Why
Dunkin'
not?
Donuts theme song. Like, fuck it. like,
I
fuck
mean,
it. Why
why
not?
not?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Why
why
not?
not? Like, I don't want to
Mhm.
be the guy who telling her how to do her because she's
Mhm.
too talented for me to box her. So I don't even want to. So my goal is
Yeah.
just like, how you feel about it? All right, cool. Or if she not being herself, that's when I step in. Don't bullshit me. Give it your all. So make
Mhm.
sure y'all
Right.
check out Tutu, man. Serenity out now. Video,
Alright.
That's what's
song,
up.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug it. Don't worry,
That's
I
a hell
got
of a
you.
plug, man. That's a hell of a plug. That's how you do it. I like his style. All right, so
That was
that was the
good.
if you don't know, so now you know. All right, so
Right.
the
Mhm.
second segment is called the fix. This is where we get to know more about you musically. So give us a verse, a song that you think is the dopest shit, or got you through some shit, or just you just like hearing.
Shit. It's a song off that Revenge of the Dreamers album. Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's called Revenge. It's on the director's cut, man. And it's a crazy song, man. My
You
man,
remember
I
who's
think it
on it?
was I think it's a couple of them cats, like Old
Yeah,
Man,
it's a few of
Ari
them. Yeah.
Lennox, Luke.
Let me look
I
it up
think the dude
now.
Reasons from TDE is on it, and I think the dude
Yeah.
Reasons he said a line. I don't remember the whole verse verbatim. Like if I hear it, I remember that shit. But he said a line. He said, "The struggle like hand-me-downs, nigga. One size fit all."
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that shit just hit me right so hard. And I was like,
Uh,
damn, this one of them songs. It's a couple songs, man. Like Toby and Gilway, he got a song called "I'm Dope." I listen to that. I love that
Oh yeah,
song.
yeah, I like that one.
Tory
Shouts
Lanez,
out
New
Erica
Toronto.
Badu. Yeah,
Oh man, I like that. Dave
yeah,
Chappelle, Badu told me I'm dope, so I like
dope.
that. Sacrifices by Dreamville, Sleep Deprived by Dreamville, Styles P, Blood, Sweat and Tears, and Time Machine by Styles P. And my
Mm-hmm.
new infatuation, my new song I hear every day is Pain by Tory Lanez off that new Toronto. He got in there.
Yeah.
I like that joint. I like that
Yeah.
joint. Sandra Rose by Drake is a song that really, really, really it do it for me, right? Because some people don't know. Like he said on that shit, he said, I'm the chosen one, flowers never pick themselves. And that struck because a lot of people just to me, a lot of people just like solidify themselves to be something they not instead of letting the people talk for it. So a lot of people big themselves up when other people don't even see half the shit. It's like past confidence is more so on some aggravation type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
We know artists like that just like got to make it seem like everything they doing is so impactful. So it's like, it's a couple people who I'm looking forward to seeing some shit because people be hitting me, yo, my project coming out. Motherfucker, I'm going to listen. That shit better be what you was talking about.
Yeah.
Because from what I'm hearing right now, I ain't feeling that shit, but we going to see.
Yeah, I never understood that. I mean, no, I mean, I get it. You want to hype it up in that promotion, but just let people hear it.
Right.
And let people decide if it's going to be impactful. Don't
self-proclaim greatness.
Yeah. Let it come to you. Don't just on some secret shit. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be impactful. Let it happen. Just let it rock.
Like, how many times have you heard Nas say that shit about Illmatic?
Oh, yeah.
Right? How many times have you heard
I personally think, oh, shit. I personally think Nas hates Illmatic.
I think he do, too. I think he really didn't think it was going to be that fucking great.
Wait, hates performing it or just hates the album in general? Like what it's
No,
done?
I think he don't feel like it's his best album.
Yeah. Well, I think, that, and then I also think he hates it in the sense of everybody's like classic. Well, damn, you're just saying this one project. I got a whole bunch.
And Nas got some classics.
Yeah.
Nas and AZ got a song, More Money, More Murder, More Homicide.
Yes.
One of my favorite songs. AZ, another one. I think
AZ
that's what,
is
like,
the truth.
My flow. I really focus my flow on AZ. My uncle got me listening to AZ as a youngin'. So when I always modeled my flow the way he could flow. I feel like nobody could flow like AZ, man. AZ can make any track fit and he make you feel it. Like when AZ flows, you feel everything. Like when he say like, you know what I'm saying? He said, what he say? He said some shit. He said, you know what's happening? Homies just lapping and handshaking, laughing and changing all their math again. You usually lose touch in the battling. A few dudes bruised up in the battling. Parked on Madison. Man, listen, he goes crazy. But it's like I felt like when you hear that song, it's called Never Change by AZ. When you hear that song, you're gonna go to a place where you could visually see it.
Yeah. AZ was definitely able. He was one of those that was able to move, literally like move you with his lyrics. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
paint a whole fucking scene.
Shit, man.
Now I want to listen to some AZ. I haven't
Underrated.
listened in a while.
You're gonna get me. See, now I'm gonna listen to it. It's gonna get my pen moving.
Yeah, and that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We want to look. We want to go to where meets bars. I was going to do it tonight. I'm like, fuck it. I'm tired. Right? I'm tired of music right now. Nothing. Look, just to let y'all know, ain't shit coming out. Right? I know y'all about to ask. So what's next?
Well, no, of course. You already said it.
I wasn't.
Oh, I fuck with y'all.
You already said it. You said it earlier. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
But you know, some people like they say that shit. Like I do interviews all the time. So what's next? Like shit, we just dropped.
No, I know.
So I was like, I'd rather celebrate what you got going on.
Like,
right.
Exactly.
As soon as the pandemic over, you can look for 2 videos. I'll probably do a video for No Time and Backseat.
Okay,
right?
good.
For Vibers 2. Like I said, man, just keep enjoying the project, man.
Yeah, because there are times like last week when we had Alvy the Skywalker, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to ask this, but I got to, because he didn't like, we were taught he had just dropped a project. It wasn't as recent as as yours. But
right.
I'm like, I gotta ask.
What's next? Like,
yeah. No, I mean, for media, we have to, because there's so many people out there that are just like, I want this. Right. Not everybody's a Future, just dropping shit left and right.
Right.
So,
And I mean,
nah.
we sitting on, like, as artists, we all sit on tracks, but it's a reason why we sitting on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
A lot of shit was trial runs. A lot of shit we heard. Like, I've got songs that I've got mixed and mastered and I'm sitting on. I'm like, these shits will never touch this shit. Like,
I mean,
this would
that's what
be when I'm,
EPs are for, and
right,
Lucy's. Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
like
you never
every
know.
single ain't your single.
yeah,
Right.
of course.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? So I just treat it like it's precious. Music is precious to me, and I don't never want to disrespect it. And sometimes it's just like it's not it, or it's not personally you feeling it.
Yeah,
But you know, make sure
because you
y'all go get
never
that kick
know.
snare.
Yeah, make sure you get Vibish too.
Make sure y'all get Vibes too and kick snare. If that shit ain't in your musical catalog, you got an issue. Cause
Get your
Kid
life
Pro
together.
is K, some of the best doing it. And you don't even know yet because you're being stubborn. You listen to Little Baby and you listen to the Baby and you're like, these guys are the best. And you don't know it's a guy named Kid Pro on the other side of town who's
I
sitting
mean,
here
this
trying
is
to put it together.
there's something for everybody. You know what I mean?
I
If
know,
you
but
want
they
to
need to
to
listen
Little
to,
Baby and then some Ish K and then some Kid Pro,
and then some Kid Pro. Just mix this shit up. It
mix
should
this
be
shit
like
up.
jambalaya, like gumbo. Like, we don't know what the fuck in the pot.
That's what
But
playlists
shit,
are.
gumbo.
Exactly.
Playlists is a whole gumbo of shit, man. That's all. That's what it is, bro.
You
All
already
Oh
know.
shit.
right, man. So we gonna leave it at that, brother. So yeah, at least let the people know where they can find you online.
Hey man, listen, you can find me on Instagram _ish_K, and you can check that project out, Vibish2, on all streaming platforms. Whatever you on, whatever you got, I'm on, and whatever I got, I'm on. Well, you know how I go. Shit. Make sure y'all go get that Vibish2, man. VIBE dot I $H2. Vibish2 is out. Link in my bio. Go get it, man. Check out my fucking single on there. My
Mm,
lead single, Backseat, is going
mm,
crazy.
Mhm.
And I want to thank the Lyrical Fix podcast for having me on. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you
Ah,
guys.
thank you.
Keep doing
Thank
what you're
you.
doing. It's
Yo, hit the siren.
important.
Hit the siren. Hit the applause one time for Ish.
I appreciate it, man.
Get a little
My
air
man
horn in
Hey,
that
SK,
shit.
bro.
keep doing
You
your
already know,
thing.
bro.
Stay safe out there. And Kid, we gonna link, man.
Yes, sir. I'll see you in the chat room right here at Where Beats Meets Bars.
Bless. We about to hop in there.
All right,
All
brother.
right.
All
I'll
right,
see
bro.
you, bro.
Hey.
All right, Sade.
Bye, baby.
Bye-bye. All that.
Well, thank you to Ish K. Thank you also, Steven Darnell, for joining us today, man. We got to
Mhm.
learn a lot more, learn so much more about Steven. You know, I've talked to him many times through DM in person, but like to get to know those small details about where his life was the past couple of years was crazy.
Feel like we foreshadowed in the beginning of the episode.
Told you, told you. And
That shit
it came in
was
so
for
organically.
both of them too.
Both of them.
Not just
You
one,
saw it.
both of them.
You
That
fucking
shit was
saw it.
funny. Yes, I
I didn't
saw
have to
it.
make the facial expression, but you fucking knew it. You weren't gonna say anything.
I mean,
You
you
gonna
did
give me
it.
my props. Yeah, I did it. You ain't give me my props anyway, nigga. Yeah.
You already know I'm in your corner, so I don't need to give you props. I just need to
Yeah, but you have a
push
shitty
you.
way of doing it.
Yeah, it's my way. My way.
I
So
know, I love
I know.
it.
Exactly. The fuck out of here.
Oh, no, it was just great. I mean, we learned a
Mhm.
lot as I wanted to do in a casual conversation. Got to know a little bit about him just through regular talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't really ask so much more. I mean, these are artists, but these are more so just regular people too at the end of the day.
Oh
And
yeah,
this
for
is a
sure.
unique situation that we're all going through, and we're all living it different ways. You know, and as we
Yeah.
saw today, fatherhood is a crazy fucking thing.
Yeah, one couldn't escape it. One got to escape it.
Yeah.
That was funny. And then at certain points, we heard Leo crying in the background.
Oh yeah,
Shit
yo,
was
my
funny.
fault. I had the baby monitor
That's
was
it's fine.
on the whole time. I left it on, and then there was a point where he was getting changed and crying at the same time. So I had to turn
Oh,
that
that's what
down.
it was. Oh man, I can't wait to actually sit down with both of them, for sure.
We got a lot of people that we have to sit down with once
Oh
this
my
is over. Like
god,
we have to
we gotta
redo
get our
all
list
these.
back.
Yes,
Hmm.
we're gonna have to go back into the archives and reach out to people, because I
Yeah.
imagine it's like I don't know. You think maybe when we're able to go back outside again, depending on how much longer this goes for, that we're gonna like really not take for granted where we go. And it's like, all right, if we go somewhere, we're definitely going, like, and we're gonna be very limited because, like, hey, you never know when this might happen again. So I gotta go everywhere I need to go. now, or you think it's just gonna be real chill again? Yeah,
I think it'll be probably
whatever.
chill, but then I don't know, honestly, because
Because
I
it's
feel
always
like
be. I've heard shit about flare ups in the winter time again, and this shit
yeah,
coming back. Like I
the
hear
one
about a bunch.
I could see the winter time. Yeah, I could see that because everybody's gonna, you catch a sniffle and then bam, your immune system is like under attack.
Yeah,
So
and
who
more
knows?
people are getting it, man. I'm hearing about more people getting it. Friends of family. I'm hearing about everything. People catching it
Yeah.
now. People are starting to cough more. It's scary shit, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
scary.
Because I see it as, sorry, I'm just checking in. Oh, of course Steph is in here. So are we about to check into the battle right now? But well, shit, what was I gonna say? It's because I'll joke around and be like, oh my god, as soon as the bar is open, I'm in that bitch. Uh, But honestly, I think I resonate more with probably it's a meme going on, like, all right, I'll let you guys all go out first and then I'll see what happens. It's like with the new
Oh yeah,
iPhones and shit like that.
yeah.
So
I'm gonna
and
let the
I've
first
always, yeah.
version run through.
Mm-hmm. I'll let the first generation go out and
I'll
but
wait for 2.0.
I'll wait for the S. That was my shit.
Wait for
I
the
always had
SE.
like the 4S, the 5S. I'm still on the 8S. Is that the 8S? Yeah. I don't like the way they changed it. I don't know.
8S.
Your phone, but I peeped your phone, so I'm like, maybe I'll move up. And then Guess
I got
got that
I
shit
got
too.
I got the 10S. He got the 11.
Hmm. Oh, there is
Yeah,
an 11 out. That's right.
there's an 11. Yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know,
All right, so
nigga.
this week, for if you don't know, I've been going with rappers before in the past and singles and stuff. This week, I wanted to highlight a producer, fairly new producer that I've met through Ron Solomon Ace Felly, half of the Horsemen, the Four Horsemen.
Hmm.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Guess as well, who we just mentioned Guess for the first time this episode, I think.
Oh no, I mentioned him like with the phone, but yeah.
Yeah.
He made an
All right,
episode again.
shit.
He probably
And
listened up to this point
and
to be
Guess
like, damn, I didn't hear my name.
and Guess is now in the room as well. So yeah, so the producer's name is Yosonova. So I've been hearing this guy's beats. Dude is amazing, chopping samples. His drums, his mixing is just off the charts. Love this dude. Got to meet him at one of the Mad Mind shows and just clicked with him instantly. We've been going back
Hmm.
and forth in the DMs, just talking shit, sharing. A dope ass dude.
Hmm.
And he's got a project called SIP, which is something I produced, where basically he took the same sample and chopped it like multiple ways and made
Yeah.
it happen. And that shit is dope. And I see Trip is in right now, so we gotta
So
definitely pause this.
we're gonna pause. We're
Pause.
pausing.
Shout out to Yosonova, man. Like I was saying before, he took one sample, chopped it 5 or however many different ways. I forgot the number of tracks, but just sampled them all different ways and just brought a different vibe to all of them, man. Like, god damn, man. Like, I gotta work with this guy. Like, it's set in stone. We already talked. It's gonna happen. Yeah. Have you heard his beats?
Yeah, I've heard his beats. Yeah, fuck yeah.
So you can already tell, like, it's just
Yeah.
it's a comfortable pocket that I'd be in. I can
He's
go off of whatever. I'm down.
Because I know, like, we've talked about it, so we already have, and I forgot to mention this before. So this is the last episode for Spencer Sterling, and then we got somebody for next month, and we've talked about who we want to bring on. He's definitely somebody that we gotta highlight, and he's doing his thing, he really is.
Yeah, no,
We gotta reach out to him.
Get a chop up with him. See, I'm already using it. Chop up.
The chop up.
Took a sample, chopped
I
it
gotta
5
hear that
different ways. This guy's amazing.
All right, Ben.
Shit's dope. I fuck with it.
All right, my turn before I have to go back into competition. If you don't know, I have 2, but because I thought we were doing 2 each, but I'll do 1.
We never agreed to that, but okay.
I thought we did.
Again. That's
Fine,
cool.
whatever.
Do you think?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll do 2. Fuck it.
Go do your 2 and try to go do your 2 and then try to outdo me. Go try to one up me. Cool. It's fine. Do your thing.
All right. So I'll stick with
it.
I'll stick with the 1. I'll stick with the 1 if you don't know, even though I have 2. It's cool. Whatever. It's cool. Let's not put people on. It's cool. Let me stop. I'll save the other one for next week. Ladies and gentlemen, Pro's making me feel bad because I have 2 and he has 1. It's cool. It's whatever.
Been a rough week.
So my If You Don't Know is gonna be Malc, song YOS, super fucking fire. The sample, it's not,
Yeah,
I mean,
what
it's
song
not a
is that?
sample, but the beat, it's Dear Summer.
Yeah, okay, just making sure that you knew that.
No, I did. Shut up. I had to think about it. All right.
To start motherfucking snap more billboards and niggas cross the country loving on your action. Who would've knew there's gotta be guys playing law of attraction? Cause trauma and struggles from within led this shit to happen. And to be honest, I was down for so long that a nigga truly learning again how to even fucking be happy, making up for lost moments. Cause time is heavy lapsing and late.
And it's funny because I met him at Empire 9 at the office. I got there late and shit. So I got there at the same time that Malc and his crew, shout out to Russ, till, yeah, 94 till. So shout out to them. Super cool. We're talking. They were just starting up like their shows. Like they're gonna start doing like showcases and shit at the time. Man, bars. Talk about some fucking bars. He's so good. Yeah.
God.
Fuck you, all right? Come talk to me when you come to, huh? Fuck you. Come talk to me when you actually have another song out. All right?
Oh, damn.
Do a freestyle. Do a freestyle and then you can come talk to me, okay?
Yo,
Okay.
you're so fucking mean.
Drop some new shit. Let me stop.
Oh, you're mean.
I know. Again, shout out to Steven Darnell and K.They. Fucking amazing. Go ahead. Close it out because I gotta get back to work.
All right, so this is the Lyrical Fix Podcast. Again, you can find us at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG. Check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Catch us on YouTube as well. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe, comment, hit that little bell for notifications so that every time we drop a new clip or new episode, you are informed immediately on your phones or tablets or whatever it is you use that you choose to listen to us on. Stream, download, all that good shit. Keep us high out on these podcast streets. As always, Lyrical Fix Podcast, episode 35. My name is Kid Pro.
Sade. Let's wrap it up. It's a wrap, guys. Thank you again. We'll be back next week.